Okay, so recap time. So you are the crew on the USS Montero. I think that's the wrong designation, but that's fine. What is it again? Handout. Sorry, the USCSS Montero. There's too many C's and S's in there. But yes, which is basically it's essentially a giant space tow truck. It's used to haul stuff. You can either haul like minerals, you can haul gases, you can haul supplies for like outposts and stuff like that. You can haul like refineries if like you're doing mining operations. They can haul like a refinery that like floats out in space. So they do various different things. So the crew was in cryosleep, looking to get to I think it's Sutter's World. I think was their place of. Oh, hey Ken. Ken's in. Let me double check. I think it was Sutter's World.
Johnson is here.
Hey, Ken.
Ken friend. Oh.
Big Ken. Yeah, Ken do smart.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sutter's World. See, my brain does remember. But yes, you were supposed to be going to Sutter's World, but you come out of cryosleep expecting to be right outside of the planet. Maybe have to get checked by like essentially like the border patrol, like the people that are making sure that ships coming in and out are not nefarious. But as you're having your breakfast, you heard a beep. Miller was mid-eating their eggs when they commanded for Pilot Davis to go to the bridge and try and figure out what's going on. Why is the beeping going off? Davis goes into the cockpit and sees that there's a crash alert, but you don't know if it's a faulty sensor or not. Both Davis and then Miller, once they get pulled away from their eggs, goes into the cockpit. They both try to figure out what's going on with the sensors, but they can't get anything concrete. You assume it's just a faulty message, or possibly it was the the border patrol essentially making sure that everything's okay. But when you have a look on the sensors, you don't look like you're where you're supposed to be on the map. When you look at the maps, you're in the middle of deep space. You don't seem to be near a planet. Miller then commands Davis to open up the shutters on the front of the ship to basically look out the windows, and you can clearly see there is nothing around. You are in the middle of deep space. Miller at this point is not happy with these results. Miller is trying to get their job done. They are a busy, independent lady, and shit can't be going wrong right now, especially when there is a Weyland-Yutani company agent on the ship, basically reviewing them to see how well they're doing their jobs and whether or not their ship should still be flying. And, stuff like this is a bit embarrassing. So Miller starts to panic a little and starts shouting about eggs. At which point, Miller commands Davis to try their best to figure out what's going on. Miller then goes into the room with Mother, is the way we've decided to say that now. Decided to go into the room with Mother and figure out what the hell's going on. And Mother said, you have intentionally been pulled out of cryosleep. You have company orders to seek out a distress signal that's nearby, figure out what's going on, try and save any people that are inside, because it's a Weyland-Yutani ship, gather any, important artifacts and personnel, and basically try and leave the stuff you have, the stuff that you're hauling, leave that, and essentially tow that ship back to a Weyland and Yutani site so they can fix up the ship and, rescue the crew. Miller at this point was like, I cannot be arsed with this. I need to get my shipment in. Davis, can you try and get us back en route? Do you know where we are? We need to get back to where we need to be. We need to get to Sutter's World. And it's at this point that there's a discussion, let's say, between the crew, including Agent Wilson, where they were like, well, we are kind of commanded by Weyland and Yutani to have to try and seek this out. And Davis also couldn't quite figure out where you guys were at the time. So Miller begrudgingly said, fine, we're here. We have orders. I suppose we'll do them. It was during this time that Cham tried to fake having stomachache to distract Agent Wilson while they had like a more in-depth discussion about specifically what they were trying to do, which was mildly successful. And then it was at this time that Davis heard an alert that they were about to crash again, like the sensors were going off again. But this time it was real. A giant black monolith in the middle of space appeared, and due to Davis's expert flying capabilities and possibly some drugs, was able to successfully evade the ship without crashing into it. You then turned on the spotlights on the exterior of your ship and realized it was a large white vessel. You saw the external like name plate on the outside of the ship that said it was the USCSS Cronus. It is indeed a Wayland and Yutani vessel that has been missing for about 70 years plus. So it's really unusual that you guys have stumbled across this just in the middle of space. Davis was again able to successfully pilot the ship to kind of navigate around the ship and then pull up towards an airlock which they could successfully try and attach to. And again, there was a little bit of discussion about whether or not they should spacewalk to get onto the ship, or whether or not they should use the umbilical cord to connect the two ships up. Cham was the only one that was in favour of doing a spacewalk, but they were able to successfully connect the umbilical and pressurise between the two. You then saw that the external airlock was dinted. It was like dinted outwards, and there were scratches all around like the outside shell of the door. You guys had to force your way in, so now the external airlock door doesn't work anymore. So basically, if the umbilical cord disconnects, then if you try and go into the airlock, you're essentially going to get sucked out into space, which is not ideal. But you guys managed to successfully navigate your way into the ship. None of the power is on. You also noticed that from the exterior of the ship. The ship wasn't running. There was no lights. There was no engines on. But when you come into the ship, it was the same thing. It was on low power mode. You start to navigate essentially the first floor, or deck A, of the ship. Again, as you walk around, everything's scratched. There's like dried specks up on the wall, but you can't really make it out in this light. It could just be general stains. It could just be because the ship's like multiple years old now. But you try and navigate your way through, and then you come across a door that leads towards Mother. The ship, your ship, the Montero, and Mother successfully uploaded a schematic to your suits in like your data pads to tell you basically where everything was on the ship. So you knew that this was the door to Mother, but unfortunately you had no successful way in. You needed a key card, or you needed the captain of the ship, or you needed some way to overwrite the security of the door. And to your knowledge, you weren't aware that there was any way to do that. So then you went through the rest of the ship, started to head down south to try and navigate further around the ship. And Rai went to this location. To the west of the ship. And you guys were able to basically see there that there was flame scorch marks all around like the doorway of this lift. The lift would have been pushed in though, that the doors were pushed into the shaft. And then as Raya looked down, she saw that the elevator had just basically been pancaked. But there was also scorch marks in the elevator shaft as well, so you assume somebody set a flamethrower on this, or fire grenades, or a fire broke out in the elevator and then maybe the cable snapped. You're not sure exactly what happened. And then Davis, Miller, and Cham were on the other side and found a headless body on the floor. They had committed suicide, blown off. Hey Nix, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. We're just doing a recap of what happened last time quickly. You saw a headless body. They committed suicide with a shotgun, it would appear, but they had elongated limbs. Their arms were longer than they should be, and like the fabric on like the shoulders had like ripped away from the rest of the suit. The sight of this stressed Cham, Davis, and Miller out, but they didn't know what the hell was going on. And Davis, though, was able to pick up the shotgun off the floor, as well as a little bit of ammo. So now Davis has a gun, which is fantastic. Much to their chagrin earlier when Miller was handing out supplies. But during this time, our Wayland and Yutani executive, Mr. Wilson, had snuck to the north, because it turns out he actually had something to open the door, which he didn't tell anybody about it. He didn't lie and say he didn't have it. He just didn't tell anybody he did have it. It's a lie of omission. But managed to use his key card to get into the room with Mother. What Wilson was able to find out is that the ship is indeed the Cronus. It has been floating through space for 75 years. That ship systems are currently pretty much all off. The only thing that's on is basic systems to do minimal light, keep the cryo chambers on, and like a few other like crucial systems. Wilson tried to interrogate Mother to see if there was any way, basically any way to get any more information about the mission the ship was on, but Mother was unfortunately unable to give you any information about that, but was able to give you some info about the crew. There was only a few life signs on the ship that you could tell, and they were coming from the cryo bay. You knew this because the cryo bays were on, and there was like heartbeats, there was like, you know, healthy life signs coming from those cryo tubes, and you found out there was 5 members in those tubes. You weren't sure if the people inside the tubes were the people that they were supposed to be, but you knew that it was a colonial marine called Reed, a Wayland and Yutani executive called Clayton, the second officer called Johns, a medic called Flynn, and a scientist called Cooper. Wilson then reunited with the group, much to many a suspicion from the group as to where his whereabouts were. Wilson was up front. Oh yes, poor Ben Ledward moment, wasn't it? Yes, exactly. But yes, Wilson basically came down and had much suspicion. They were like, where the hell have you been? Wilson was very upfront, though, and said, I had a key card, I opened the door and tried to get information from Mother. Miller was not happy about this, though, because they were not consulted. They are technically the commanding officer in this mission. Wilson, even though they're a Wayland and Yutani exec, it's Miller's ship, so technically they have command over everything. So Miller wasn't especially thrilled that they weren't informed. But you guys then decided that you needed to try and get inside the cryo tubes, try and see who these people are alive. It was at this moment that the systems came back onto the ship. You assume because Mother is aware now that there's people walking around the ship, turned the life support systems on. So lights came on and air started to circulate again. You guys all checked your suits, like the environmental systems on your suits, to see if it was safe to breathe. But you noticed there was something not quite 100% right. There's something contaminating the air. You weren't sure what. You weren't sure if it was just moldy because of... I'm not sure if it was moldy just because it's been closed for 75 years or if there's something else going on. So Rye was able to use their fantastic computer skills to hack into a terminal that was nearby and was able to find out that the scrubbers, basically the filters in the scrubbers, were like covered in like crap, essentially. So the air wasn't getting filtered properly. You found out that there was 2 things you could do. You could either try and clean them, or you could get replacement filters from the bottom of the ship, basically in Deck D. You decided to forego going all the way down to the ship because you were in a hurry to try and get to these survivors. So you decided instead to clean the inside of the ship. So Cham was sent in to try and figure out what was going on. Cham tried to do an observation check to basically see how bad everything was and if they could successfully clean them. But unfortunately didn't do an especially great job because the room, there's like mechanical things going around in the room, so it's really noisy. There's like frozen water, like ice that's melting to create like frozen water as well. So it's just very disorientating space to be in. It's quite small as well. But Miller basically came in to give a hand to basically see if they could see anything. And Miller was able to successfully notice that there was these like almost fungal growths on the filters. And they were like egg sacs, kind of. And they didn't look right. They didn't look like just mold that had grown. They looked like there was something else. The group wasn't especially happy about seeing this. So they brought in Rye, who had the group's flamethrower incinerator. And Rye came in and was able to successfully torch whatever the hell these things were. You did notice, though, they reacted to the heat. Little black spores started to come out of the egg sacs and try and float into the air. But due to the velocity and the speed of the flames, everything just got vaporized. Luckily, the flames weren't so hot that they completely destroyed the air filters. So after a few hours of work from Cham, you're able to successfully clean down the scrubbers and make sure that the air's okay to breathe again. And the job was successful. You could now had breathable air. So you all took off your helmets. You kept your suits on because it gave you a bit of extra protection in case, you know, anything happens, anything collapses inside the ship or something falls on you. But you took off the helmets, so you're now conserving the air that you have left in those suits. You then set upon trying to open the door. Again, you weren't sure whether or not to try and just cut it open with brute force or hack it open. Again, you guys relied on Rye to hack the door open, which was successful, because it was closed from the other side. And then you came into the cryo area. You were able to successfully find 5 humans that were alive. Unfortunately, 2 were incredibly desiccated and almost mummified inside their tubes. The rest of the tubes were empty, which you thought was peculiar. This ship was originally supposed to have, and let me double check that I'm correct on this. So I believe it's 30 crew. Yes, so originally there was 30 crew members, and now there is only 5 left. Pretty fly for a Rye guy. Yes. So yes, you were able to successfully find the people that were alive on the ship. You did a little bit of exploration, and then decided to have a completely reasonable and adult discussion about what to do with these people. Agent Wilson and Cham were on team. We need to get these. Basically, the cryo tubes had opened, and their like defrost cycle had started happening. They were still asleep. You think, knowing from what happens to you guys, it's usually about 10 minutes it takes for them to kind of come out of their stupor and wake up. Wilson and Cham wanted to basically carry them into the examination room to make sure that they were okay and their life signs were all okay. Miller wasn't especially happy about moving them. Miller didn't. Well, I won't speak for Miller, but Miller, I think, didn't quite trust the people. They were just happy to have them sit inside the tubes, and then they'd sort everything out once they're open. Rye and Davis didn't really pick a side. They were just watching everything unfold. But it wasn't until Cham was supporting Wilson in the team that's look after these people that Miller asked Davis to shoot Cham with a shotgun. This then started a Mexican standoff where Rye was like, well, if you shoot Cham, I'll flamethrower you. And then Wilson just backed off and watched it all unfold, like any executive would. You can't get involved in your observation. You have to supposed to observe. You're not supposed to get directly involved. Everything calmed down, though, eventually. Mainly because the crew started to wake up inside their tubes. You helped them all out and started to ask them questions. You got that Officer Johns was the now commanding officer on the ship. He was the second in charge. You guys kind of asked them what happened, and Flynn kind of started to explain that they were on like an expedition mission, and they were trying to like explore. But then Clayton kind of cut him off and was like, "Yeah, I think that's enough information for now. You know, why are you guys here?" And you guys started to explain basically the gist of why you guys were there. And it was at this time that Scientist Cooper was starting to get headaches. He was starting to kind of scream to himself. He was saying, I don't know why we left them behind. I can't believe we did that. I can't, like, this has all gone wrong. I can't believe it's gone wrong. And just, like, started to, like, shake more violently and violently. Wilson and I believe Cham basically tried to hold him down onto the examination table just to try and get him to calm down. But his convulsions started to get quicker and quicker. And it's at this point that I won't go too graphic again, but Cooper's one of Cooper's eyeballs basically flew across the room. It was not ideal. And then a creature started to climb out of poor Cooper's head. It was basically trying to wrestle its way out. And you saw something that you guys don't necessarily know the name of at this minute, but it's called a neomorph. And this it's like a fully formed creature. It's got 2 arms, 2 legs, and it basically, once it like got its way out of its head, it basically stood up and looked at all of you. You all immediately said "fuck that" and started to wail on him, and you guys were able to successfully gun it down. I can't remember exactly who went. I believe it was Cham. I think it was Cham and Davis were like the main 2. They were able to basically take it down. And that is where we start Act 2 today. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
So, Con, would you just like to quickly tell us who you're playing?
I am Lord Champ. He's not a lord, but yeah,
Lo-
he's pretty cool.
Lord Champ. It's like he gave up his lordship to become a space trucker. It was like the posh life isn't for me. But he still goes by Lord Cham. Kyle, who are you playing?
John J. Wilson.
Such
It's
a...
a Wayland Yutani exec or something.
or something.
It's what we're doing. Something with the crew.
Yeah, you're just basically reviewing them, essentially.
Review.
Yeah, it's like a company. It's like what is it? Like a annual review with your manager. Essentially, is what it's like.
A day no one likes.
Wayne, who are you playing?
I'm Officer Miller, the so-called captain of the ship.
Excellent.
I'd just like to say that it might have sounded like a little bit unhinged, what I did there. But all I'm going to say is that snake, Agent Wilson, wanted to get those people into an observation deck as quick as possible, and 2 minutes later, an alien jumps out of a person.
You didn't know that at the time.
I mean,
What, you say you didn't
In there
know
for
that?
75 years, like they needed.
that is. I just have to.
You didn't know that. And what is this precious cargo? Is that alien the precious cargo, Mr. Wilson?
It's a science vessel. We're here to save their research and the
Yeah,
crew.
is the creature the research?
We've not even started yet, and he's going mad already.
This is just an introduction.
What
What?
He's popping off already.
what I love as well is
Already got the
that
shotgun out.
yeah, what I love as well is that Miller's basically Charlie Day in Always Sunny. He's like Pepe Sylvia. He's got like the corkboard with the red string, and it's like everything points to Wilson.
I'm gonna end up shitting somebody before I even get to introduce myself to this shit.
Daddy, who are you playing?
Shotgun toting Pilot Davis.
Excellent. And then Stacey, who are you playing?
Rye.
Awesome.
It's short and sweet.
Thanks very much.
I mean, yeah, go with what you got. So I just want to say that Mr. Wilson, you get a what's it called?
Backstabbed.
Yeah, you get a story point. So if you want to add a story point to your if you want to add a story point to your thing, basically, I believe it gives you a reroll. I will double check later when you guys are talking, so I can like spend time looking at my book. And then Mr. Con Air, you also get a story point.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody else is not saying that you did bad. It's just, you know, it's early days.
Yeah.
I feel like Act 2 is when you can really
I
like
was going to kick off there. I was like, what the fuck are you trying to say?
No,
That's what that means, guys.
no.
Shut up.
So
We just
so
get told- we just get told we're shit at this.
no, it's not that. So basically, some of you have really tough like story things to do in Act 1 because if you guys would have explored the ship, you would have had more chance to do them. But because you guys went straight to like the people, it kind of like streamlines.
What
Yeah,
if I shoot the narrator with my shotgun? What happens then?
you win. You beat the game.
You beat the system.
It's
Right,
like
somebody help me.
it's like
Get
it's
that
like,
flamethrower ready.
it's like Resident Evil 2 when you shoot at the camera. It's like you kill the narrator. Excellent, cool. So that's that. So does anybody want to do anything quickly before I run through what happens next? Essentially, you're in a room with 4 very scared, confused people, and a guy with his head missing, and a little alien fella that's dead on the floor.
Can I ask a very quick question?
Of course you
Going
may.
back to like our initial mission.
Yes.
Obviously, we've sort of come on this ship to essentially, well, I sort of saw it as saving the crew, but I suppose what we actually have to do is find out what's going on as well. Really, that is part of our parameters.
Yeah. So essentially, so the job you guys were given was you need to save the crew, like, you know, look after the crew.
Yeah.
recover any data or important Weyland-Yutani like files and stuff like that. And then the last bit is you are in theory supposed to recover the ship, so you're supposed to tow the ship back.
Jesus.
Because you guys have basically you guys basically have a U-Haul ship, so your job is to try and like tow this ship back to wherever it is you need to go.
Who in their right mind? This is obviously out of character. Who in their right mind would want to do that?
Well,
To see
well,
what we've seen.
well, yes. I mean, I guess in the current situation, yes, that is very true. And you guys can decide to do whatever the hell you want. To be fair, like you know.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Game over.
Okie dokie. So here we go. So, having defeated the Neomorph, or still being stalked by it, where you guys killed it because you're badasses. So, you have a chance to catch your breath and start planning your way home, only to realise that there's other dangers upon the horizon. Here we go. After having recovered his senses after a long hypersleep, Johns, who is the second in command, Officer Johns, I'm just checking to see what's being said. Rest in peace, Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Thanks, man.
when I read that, I thought I saw the RIP Connor. So is Keanu Reeves not?
Yeah, I thought they like died in a car crash or something together. I was like, oof. But yes, having recovered from senses after a long hypersleep, Johns tells you guys basically what happened with this ship. Flynn tried to explain earlier, but Johns is going to try and explain a little bit better. So, they were... oh yeah, I guess I need to do this in character. So, I can't remember what voices I did last time, by the way, so we're going to do brand new voices. So, we were sent to a planet. It was called LV 1113. And we were told to explore some ancient ruins. I mean, they didn't look human, so I don't know what the hell they were, but we were told to, like, go in and explore them. And then, Clayton, the Weyland-Yutani exec, kind of butts in and goes, "Yes, we were sent in for an archaeological mission. Nothing more." And then, yes, we were sent to recover any important artifacts. And bring back any important research data. And then John's kind of butts in again. He's like, "Yeah, but the thing is, the artifacts we brought back, there were these weird-looking jars. They were, like, black. We had some, like... Well, we didn't... Sorry, that wasn't pausing for a dramatic effect. I just had to cough. We didn't know at the time, but they had this black goo inside them. No idea what the hell it was, but whatever was inside these jars, when we brought them back, whatever was inside it started to infect the crew. These little black... I don't know if you've seen any eggs around the ship. They look like fungus.
Oh, by some chance we did.
Yeah, the little black things are coming out of them. They're like... I don't know what the hell they do to you, but it's like some sort of spore that gets inside you. And like changes you. And then Flynn then butts in. And it's like, well, yeah, you see, the thing is, the doctors were able to come up with a cure that neutralizes the growth inside you. Turns it into like a tumor. It kind of kills it before it has a chance to do anything. And then Clayton then butts in again and goes, "Yes, well, they inoculated everyone. Johns is just a little confused from the hypersleep. I won't pay too much attention to his particular details. And then, did anybody try to search Cooper's body, like, after, like, his head exploded? Did anybody try to try and loot him, essentially? See if he had anything on him like Fallout style. Or did you guys stay away from his dead body?
I don't think we went to it.
We didn't really have a chance to because that thing came out and we killed that, and then it kind of
Oh,
came
yeah.
to an end.
Hey guys, maybe we should search Cooper's body.
Yeah, you guys can say that you've done stuff in between, by the way, because obviously, like, Act 1 kind of ended, and then this is kind of, like, slowly kind of ambled into, like, that, too. So if you guys wanted to have done stuff in between, you guys can do.
I'd say that I would have then, because I was standing right next to him when he exploded.
No, I looted him. I got an RPG off him.
Okay.
We're all fucked.
Yeah, Wayne has gold legendary armor.
He's got a packet of eggs.
He's got the sword of Ragnarok. But yes, so what you find then, Mr. Wilson, is that you find a syringe inside his pocket, but the syringe is full. It hasn't been
Pocket
used.
knife?
And then Flynn says, "Ah, shit. Fucking Cooper didn't take his syringe. No wonder his head popped. We've all got it. Like, we've all got the thing, but we took our syringes to make sure we, it didn't do anything to us, but I guess Cooper decided not to do it. I guess the stasis kept it at bay, but as soon as he came out of it, it must have made him go pop."
Interesting. So he wasn't inoculated.
No, I mean, we all applied it ourselves. We weren't forced to take it. But I guess he just didn't. I guess he just didn't decide to take it in the end. Fucking stupid idiot. And like, and Flynn kind of like kicks, like Cooper's like lying on this table, but his legs are kind of like dangling over the edge of the table, and Flynn just kicks one of his boots. Like,
Wow.
Sorry, Stacey, you're gonna say something. What would you like to do?
No, I'm just disrespectful, you know?
You gotta pay respect to the dead. You gotta pour one out for your homies.
Put an
Yeah.
F in the chat at the very least. I think I did actually. So yeah, F in the chat for Cooper. I did.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
we did. Yeah, you did.
I mean,
No.
you don't know. It could just be like, because Cooper's a scientist, Flynn's like a medic, so he might just be
We're
like.
trying to stick up for him.
I know. I'm trying to. I'm just saying it could be like inter. It might just be that he hated him, or it could be like inter-division rivalry. Like maybe science got more money than medical did, so maybe he just
He's
did,
an
maybe
asshole.
just didn't like him in general. Okay.
Where's the rest of the crew? Mother couldn't account for anyone outside this room.
Mother.
Well, you see, the thing is, we kind of left them back on the planet. Well, most of them. When people started to get infected, shit started to go south real fast, and then, yes, and then we made a strategic decision to, keep our research and the ship intact, and left behind any stragglers, because they were all clearly infected. Decided to leave them behind on the planet and make a retreat, so we could get help for them. This is Clayton speaking.
So basically, you've wiped out a whole planet, infected them all, left them to die, and then also brought the infection with you. in a
Well,
jar.
there was nobody on the planet. It was just a bunch of ruins. We did kill a bunch of science officers and various other personnel, yes. Well, we didn't. They got infected and died themselves. But we did leave them behind. That is true.
So is the goo valuable then to the company?
I mean, any scientific artifact is important to the company, no? It could benefit if we can find out a way to if we can find out a way to get it to if we can find out a way to you know, put it on our side rather than go against us, it could be a benefit to humanity.
Well, we've created the vaccine, haven't we? So we've got the answer if people try and use it against us.
Oh, exactly. And it's at this point that Flynn's like, so you guys should probably get yourself inoculated yourselves, because everybody, you know, the air is bad. So you know, I think that's how we all got infected. It somehow got in like the air system. So you guys
I
probably
do claim events, but we could have still been exposed to it, so we probably do need it, to be fair.
I
uh
agree.
Yep.
so John says, wait, you wait, you fixed the air scrubbers? How the hell did
yeah.
you wait, how long did that take you to do?
Oh yeah, a good few hours, wasn't it? It was a couple of hours.
Yeah, it was like
Like
about
5
it was
minutes.
about 2
Oh.
hours. Well, yeah, in reality it was 5 minutes. We pressed the fast forward mission.
Real quick
button.
question.
Of
So
course,
is
yeah.
this like inoculation thing really impregnating us with the alien brain baby, or is it really helping us to keep them away?
So all you guys know is what you've been told, which is if those black spores get inside you, you have to take the inoculation to basically stop it. Now, what you guys know is before you took your suits off, you cleaned the air scrubbers, which supply air for the whole ship. So, in theory, quotation marks, you guys should be okay. So you shouldn't have to take the inoculation. Whether or not you want to have one in your pocket just in case you come
That
across,
seems risky.
because
I don't trust it.
there's still eggs around the ship. So whether or not you want to
Martin's
keep,
one of them. We can't trust him anymore, guys.
no,
There's eggs around the ship.
don't shoot me with a flamethrower. But no, there could still be like other egg sacs around the ship. You know, or there could be other ways of infection. There could be, you know, there could be like other vents that have like the motes inside. So whether or not you wanted to keep one on you just in case, or if you wanted to use one now just to kind of get
Have we
ahead of
got
the
easy
curve.
access to this vaccine then? If they got it?
Yeah, I mean, I think Flynn was offering to give you some.
Yeah, jab me up. Couldn't help.
Lynn's going to give it to you.
Mhm.
So yeah, so Flynn says, well, you've got one dose right there, and he's like pointing at Wilson. Well, the rest of the doses are in the med lab.
There we go.
So we could maybe go down. That is a great question, Connor. Let me check my notes. I believe it's on the B deck, but let me double check. Yes, so it's on the deck below, so it's on the B deck, which is the next one down from you guys. So Flynn says, "Oh well, if you wanted to go down to the med lab, we could go down there. I mean, I need to go retrieve one of those artifacts anyway. If we're getting off the ship,
Artifacts.
yeah,
I think the ship's in no state to fly.
I was going to say, could they not just fly away now? No, they need to come on our ship.
Well, this ship's been in situ for 75 years, and it's been floating through space, so it might have got hit by shit. So you don't really know in what condition the ship's actually in. Like, you can go to the bridge to try and figure that out, like how... Like, Wilson got from Mother that, like, systems were offline, but she didn't really go into any specific detail, but there will be on the bridge, like, systems to, like, tell you exactly what is and isn't working.
Okay.
Which you guys know, again, you've got the schematics yourselves, but you do know that the basically B deck is the bridge has basically storage sections that have like armored spacesuits, or it should have armored spacesuits. There's an armory as well on B deck. There's a mess hall. There's basically living areas for like the crew and stuff. There's a Psi lab, the med lab, and then yeah, that's it basically.
Wilson, are you jabbing yourself up with your one vial of thingy? Wilson?
I was just thinking that it's been sat in there with him for 75 years. Might get a fresh one.
It was clever.
Are you going to
Want it?
let someone else use it then?
I just hand it to Miller.
Because he's crazy.
Okay, so I've got the one thing.
Yeah, the one that you currently have, yeah. Also, sorry if you hear a bunch of noise. There's a bunch of fireworks going off outside for some reason on the 21st of January.
Can I ask one of them if there's an expiry date on this vaccine?
Yeah, it says, What does it say?
50 years ago.
It says if not refrigerated, please use within 5 days.
Oh,
Well, it's cryogen. It's in the cryogen with them on it. So it is refrigerated.
Yeah, but it means if it's not actively refrigerated. Jesus Christ, what's going on outside? Anyway, I think it's stopped now. Yeah, if it's not being actively chilled. Something you have to keep in a fridge if you want it to like last a long
So
time.
it's not. You can't put it in the cryogen, but it's fine.
I mean, you can do if you want. If you want to put it back in the cryo chamber and turn it on. It's up to you, sir. I mean, you
can't
got.
hear your music, by the way, Mort. Is
Oh,
it still there for anyone else?
Oh, is it switched off?
I'm trying to ask if it's okay to use now. Has it been refrigerated? Was it in the cryo chamber with the guy?
Sorry, Wayne.
You said it's fine if it stays refrigerated. I'm assuming a cryo chamber is like a fridge. If he had it on in the cryo chamber,
Yeah.
then it means the vaccine was chilled. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's okay to use now then.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
Okay. Is everyone okay with me jabbing myself for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Be careful.
And it's safe, right, guys? I'm chatting to the
Oh yeah.
other people. No, not
Very
you guys.
safe.
The ones that all... You've all taken it, yeah? This is good, yeah?
I said that very encouragingly. I don't know now.
Yeah, I mean, the others
Please
just...
stab yourself.
You've all taken it, yeah? You're all fine.
Yeah, like, Flynn just says, yeah, we were all inoculated, as you can tell, and he, like, points at his head still being intact.
All right, yeah. Okay, I've injected the vaccine then.
Excellent. So yeah, you feel like it basically this vial's like it's like blue and black. It's like black and it has like almost like blue veins going through it.
Ooh.
A bit like
You didn't explain this before.
Wayne is now impregnated with alien brain
Well,
baby.
you can always ask me, Wayne, what it looks like
Oh.
before you do stuff. You can always change your mind as well if you want. But I'm just describing what it looks like. So yeah, so it's just it's like a black liquid and it's got like blue veins going through it, a bit like a thunderstorm. It's kind of what it looks like
actually, to
arcing
be
lightning.
fair, a lot of vaccines have to use the
actual virus itself.
the actual virus to counteract it. So
Yeah.
that's why the black veins are in it.
See, it's
that's
fine.
yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah, it's
So
fine.
yeah, so you
I'm Hansi McSparkling it.
yeah, so
Jamming up.
get more tadpoles in me. So yeah, basically you like squeeze your hand a few times to get like a vein to pop up, and then you inject it into yourself, and you feel like a rush of cold because obviously it's been sat in a cryo tube for a while. You just feel like a rush of cold like running up your arm and like through your body, but you feel fine. Like
Nice.
no, nothing happens to you. You just feel a bit cold inside.
Just like to say that everyone else are all they're all
Flamethrower.
anti-vaxxers and the
Awesome.
Can
Okay,
I ask Flynn a question?
Sure.
Is it Finn or Flynn?
Flynn.
Flynn.
Yeah.
Flynn, when we came onto the ship, we found a lot of scratch marks out there. It looks like there's been a lot of crap going down. Like, have you seen any of the creatures or anything like that that's been causing harm? Or
No. Like we've seen people turn into those things, and he points like the alien on the floor. But we haven't seen anything else. Why?
just strange. But there's been a lot of destruction out there. Like because that little alien thing. This is out of character again. The little
Yeah.
alien thing we thought. Would that cause like all the scratches and all that was going on out there? Because that seemed quite big considering the size of that thing. I don't know.
So you noticed this thing was growing every second
Oh,
it was alive. Like it was it didn't go from like a tiny baby to like an adult human in like 30 seconds. But like you could see like its body was like writhing a bit, and it was getting like slightly larger as like time went on. So you have a feeling if this thing was allowed time to like run away and grow, it would be able to like do those sorts of things. You assume.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Okay.
You don't know how big it is when it's at its biggest, but you assume like if it got to like whatever adult size is, that it probably would have been able to create all these like scratch marks and stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
I feel like there's more questions we have, but I can't think of any.
Well, yeah, Cham, you are aware what we're going into here, right?
Well, we're going to hell and back, baby.
Yeah, I mean,
Were any of the creatures still alive when you went into the chambers on the ship?
Yeah. Well,
they're very calm about this, very nonchalant.
well, I mean,
Yeah,
he's,
yeah,
he's
there's a few, you know, a few
I mean, to be
popping
fair,
about.
he's been asleep for 75 years though, so he's not really quite fully with it.
I think he ever was for the sounds of it.
But
Make him some eggs if you want. We can get into being
yeah, let's go to them. Or
normal.
mess holes on B deck, so you can make him some eggs if you
Exactly.
want. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna
Go back
be.
to our ship.
Not this again.
He fancies a trip to B deck mess hall.
Hey, you can do if you want. If you want to take him back to the ship, you can
Yes. We will get them some eggs.
try. If you want to get them some eggs off the ship, you can do.
We'll take them back to our ship and they'll fucking drive off and leave us or fly off.
No, don't worry.
They want the stuff, don't they? They want the.
I've lost
the
down
relics.
a good pilot. They can't leave.
What do they? What? So sorry.
the
What do the
keys.
relics look like again?
So
They're not
you.
the black goo's not the relics, is it? The
No,
relics
so
are different.
the black goo seems to be inside the relics. The relics are like urns, they're like ancient, like Aztec, like
Are they
ancient
egg-shaped
Aztec.
urns?
Well, he hasn't described them, so you don't know for certain. But you just
Well,
know
that's
that.
brilliant.
Oh, right, okay. He says no, they're just urns, just like pottery, like you'd see on Earth.
Huh?
Just black with ship written all over the side of them. But yeah, that's it.
Do you have an idea where these are being kept?
Yeah, they're in the med bay. That's why if you guys are going to get the other serums, I can come with you. I go grab one.
Can,
Let me have a
Maybe it
look at
wouldn't do
mine.
any
Can
harm
you
to have
fight-
somebody
can
who knows
you
the layout of
fight
this
all-
ship.
consider you five are all vaccinated, can you just nip to the med bay and go get everyone the vaccines and the relics and come back and meet us here?
It's at this point that Reed, who's just been sat kind of like analyzing all of you over time, she like cocks. She's got a. She's basically.
She's the Colonial Marine, isn't she?
Yeah. They've been like getting like. The others have been kind of like coming in and out of the room, like getting changed because like their lockers are just like where they keep like their out uniforms and stuff like that are in between. But Reed's got all her shit now, including she has a shotgun. And she has, like I've said before, like she has like a cybernetic arm. She has like a robot arm. And she basically pumps a shotgun and goes, "If we're going around this ship, we're gonna go around together. I'm gonna babysit these three by myself. You guys have guns, so if we're going around this ship, we're gonna do it together. Otherwise, you guys go check out the med bay. And I'll keep them up here where it's safe."
I'll just got my shotgun and be like, we all just need to stay calm here, work through this logically.
She isn't pointing the shotgun at you to clarify. She just pumped it to
I
like
know,
get the
but
shotgun ready.
Just for coolness.
Yeah.
Assert dominance.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, like I respect your team, but I also respect mine. So
Excellent. So, have you guys? Hold on. Have you guys kind of decided what the plan is? Then are you gonna try
I
and?
actually do agree with her. To be fair, I feel like maybe one or two of them should go back to our ship, but I kind of feel like they know the layout better than us. It wouldn't do any harm to have their knowledge with us.
I
while
mean
we
that
explore.
is true as well.
Doesn't need all of them, but at least some of them.
How long will it take for them to like recover enough to be with it, or would they be okay like now?
What do you mean, Com?
Well, they've just woken up, like we woke up, we were a bit groggy, but they've been out of it for a long ass time.
Yeah, I mean they are disorientated still, so they're not going to be fully 100% with it for a while yet.
And they're not even combat ready, any of them, apart from.
Well,
the
But I was about to
Marine.
say the Colonial Marine and
Yeah.
maybe one other person who knows the layout of the ship. After that, I'd be content with the rest of them going to the ship. But
How
it's
many
up
of
to
them
you.
are there again, Mort? There was the Colonial Marine, the Flynn, and
Yeah, so you got the Colonial Marine, you've got Flynn.
Yeah.
You've got Officer Johns, who's basically second in command on the ship. Then you've got
Yeah.
Clayton, who's the Wayland Yutani exec, so there's 4 of them. So it's Johns,
Right.
Flynn, Clayton, Reed.
the way that Utani guys struggle.
I reckon Flynn and the Colonial Marine come with us.
I can stay on the ship and look after the other three.
So we have 2 members of authority here.
I'm vaccinated. I don't even need to go there.
We've got Wayne with us here, and we've got the other guy. So two authority figures.
Okay.
Just send the Wayland Yutani lads down.
We don't care. We don't care what they do with it.
So what are we doing then, guys? I need a final decision.
I reckon we take 2 of them with us, but it's up to you.
Yeah, although I know we keep taking the mick out of Kyle being a shifty character, but this dude is definitely shifty. This other one.
I would rather Wilson comes with us than the one from the other crew.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. We know what we've got in Wilson. He's a package. We know we've seen him in action.
You see this package, have you?
Oh yeah.
He has a habit of going into cryosleep naked.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, Kansas said nobody tell her what happened to the Colonial Marines while she was in hypersleep with their video games and stuff and getting their asses kicked.
All I think is no person should be by themselves at any stage. Now we've confirmed there's a combat threat in this ship. Nobody should be by themselves. There should always be some kind of partnership, and there should always be a weapon of some kind available.
Has everybody got a weapon of some sort?
I do not.
So I can run through what everyone has.
So Wilson has to go with somebody that's got a weapon.
So, so Wayne has a pistol.
Yep.
Con has his where's...
I can't remember what it was called. It's like a harpoon thing or something, right?
Oh, have I given?
Harpoon.
Let's just. Oh yeah. Yeah, so you've got a so you've got a bolt gun.
Oh, and a motion tracker, nice.
Alright, Charm, you're with me.
Sorry.
Danny, I'll go with you.
So yeah, so Wilson
Comes back alone.
So yeah, Wilson has nothing.
Hey, I found a shotgun.
Rye's got a incinerator, a torch, and a
shotgun.
and a cutter as well, which is like a melee weapon.
They're both. That's very handy equipment, to be fair. Very handy.
So yeah. So what's the plan then? Who's going with which group? Yeah. It's basically you guys just tell me which, if you're splitting into 2 or if you're going as 1, and which group's going where.
Alright, two groups I think is more sensible. Cover more ground.
Okay.
What
And we're big enough that we can do that.
We go chill in the ship.
What are our objectives, though? We're going to the med bay, obviously, I take it, but what else do we kind of need to do here?
I think we should get to the bridge and see what systems we can get back online.
That's smart.
That's sensible. So 1 group to the bridge, 1 group to the med bay.
I'm happy if you want. I'm happy to go to the bridge then as well because I've got that weapon as well. So
if we're going to the bridge, would it not make more sense for me to go as well though? Because I might be able to get it restored as the pilot.
No one wants the game.
Well, you can if you want to go back to the ship if you want to go back to the ship, Miller, to make sure everything's okay on the ship, you can do that.
I just want to eat eggs and be safe.
I don't like how you've said that.
What's on the ship?
Make sure everything's okay on the ship. Our ship's been fucked down.
Well, you've plugged your
Just look out the window, it's flying away.
you've plugged your ship onto another ship. It's you basically parked it outside in space. It's dangerous out there, son.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it wouldn't be any hard. Like if I go to the bridge here,
I mean, it'd be very
this ship
bad
working.
luck if something's happened to the ship. Like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is true. Yeah, you guys have been in this ship for like probably about 3-4 hours at this point.
I'm going to the bridge. I need probably at least 1 engineer.
Okay, so
Maybe the pilot.
Okay, so Wilson and Cham are team bridge.
I'm going with them, I think.
Okay, so then we've got Davis. So then, Rye, are you okay? Are you okay being team medbay with some of the survivors?
Just myself and the survivors?
Well, I think it's because everybody else is
No.
going to the bridge at the minute.
No, I'm not doing that. I don't trust them.
Okay.
Go with Con. Go with Rye. Go with
The only issue with that is that you've got the two sort of mechanics together there.
Mhm.
I would say.
Oh yeah, true.
I mean, I don't mind going to the med bay. I just feel like it makes more sense for the pilot to go to the bridge.
Well,
Yeah.
well, let's assume the ship's not going anywhere, or it's flown off somewhere anyway. So it's probably all good anyway.
Or you guys can do like all go to med bay and then all go to the bridge. Up to you guys.
Yeah, should we just
We
do
could
that?
do it that way because of the
Yeah.
rate. At the rate we're picking, this team will be here all night. So
Yeah.
Where's the bridge?
how about
Where's
we
the
all
med
just
bay?
go to the
Where's
med bay
bridge?
first?
Is the med bay far from bridge?
Deck B?
Oh, it's metal hub. Yeah. Yeah, they're quite far apart though on the map. There's a
Are
few
they both
rooms.
on the same deck?
What's
Yeah.
What's closer?
They're both on B deck.
What are we closer to now?
Technically, none of them. So let
Where's
me
the stairs, Marcus? I can't fucking make this up.
say a staircase is here in the middle. There's two.
Oh, yeah.
There's that one and that one, but this one's the main staircase.
Yeah, maybe Cham shouldn't split up from the rest of us.
To be fair, we're quite close to the bridge from the stairwell. Well, then again.
Should we just make our way down and see what is happening down
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure
that's-
we'll find something when we go down. Yeah.
Okay, so you're all heading down towards the bridge then?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wherever.
Or no, I joke.
Okay, cool. Just need to quickly. I haven't got the other guys on the next page yet, so give me 2 secs. Just need to quickly copy them over.
What are you doing, Wayne?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Are you coming with us or are you going back to the ship to sulk?
Not sulking.
He's checking on things.
I'll go check on that.
Sure.
I
Checking.
don't even know. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's up to you, Wayne.
No, this is good. I don't like any of this.
He's head's on the clouds after taking that injection.
Well, yeah.
Oh God,
Yeah.
yeah. Should we watch him? Maybe he's like
Yeah,
impregnated.
he shouldn't be alone right now. We could go back to the ship, but he's dead. Like his head's exploded or something. From...
Perfectly fine. If it
Flynn,
happens
go
to
with
any of
Miller
the-
wherever he goes.
If it happens to any of the survivors, then be worried about me, I guess.
Okay, so you're going to the ship then, Wayne, and then the others are going down
Yeah, we get
to the next level.
chill on the ship.
Okay, so just let me quickly. Just gonna move everybody else just to a different part of the ship for now. Just to down here, just so I
don't
know.
You guys, but Wayne's a funny looking colour to me. It's a bit yellow looking.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
All right, so Miller's there for now.
What are we gonna name his baby?
That's a good question.
The Saturn.
Shattered. I bet he heard that all the time at
After
school,
his,
didn't
after his favourite franchise.
he?
So, not to like, but when I had to get these iron infusions, and the stuff that goes in your arm is like black.
Oh really?
It's really disturbing. And yeah, my friend was joking that I was gonna be impregnated with an alien baby.
And now we're bringing it to life. Excellent. Okay.
Idiot.
Sorry,
Well-
Mr. President.
You're welcome.
So we'll go through what team downstairs is doing first, as Wayne makes his way back to
Tape
the
downstairs.
ship. So team
Hello.
team
Cunning
downstairs.
linguists.
Yes. So team downstairs. You are currently underneath where John's is. You're in this staircase down here. I've just had to spread you out because obviously you all take up like a full square each.
Yeah, spread out when your team downstairs.
So where do you guys want to go? Essentially, is the question. Are we all going bridge or are we splitting up?
I don't
But the
know.
bridge
see.
team,
What
what,
do we
what
see?
the
We
bridge
just
team,
solved this problem. Now we have to decide if we're gonna stick together again.
why don't we go to the bridge first to check that the power's running in the med bay? Because
That's
we go to the
true.
med bay and the power's not working, we've just wasted a trip.
That's true, and I
Yeah.
guess you are closer to the bridge right now as well.
Only a
So,
couple of
So we
doors
go-
away,
Look
right?
at
Sure,
Danny
we're
over
running
here,
okay.
logicking. Wow.
all right,
What the fuck?
I'm just gonna spread you.
Uh,
I'm
He's got to take charge because the captain's gone.
the captain just was like, I'll
Oh,
take it
to
later.
be fair though, Davis was like second in command on the ship because they were the pilot, so makes
He's
sense.
like, I'm just gonna inject myself with this and
Respect
leave
my
you guys
authority.
high.
We'll be in spirit, guys.
Excellent. Okay.
if I'm second in command, we're all.
I might as well have just come there because I don't know what's happening with the ship.
Are we in radio communication?
I was going to say, are we in radio contact?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you guys still have in the suits you've got you've still got like earpieces attached to the suits. You can
Wait, so
pull the
does-
radio unit out, but
Does that mean
Maybe
now
we
because
should have
Wayne's
asked that
not
before
here?
we just sent Wayne off, without
Okay,
knowing.
does that
we could
mean now
communicate with
technically
him?
I'm in charge?
I mean Miller's only a radio call
yeah.
away, but yes, you are like the second in command from your group, yeah.
Oh, right.
Although this
Right,
is
you're all
Jones's
going this way.
ship,
Yeah.
right?
Although I was gonna
Oh,
say
thank
this
you
is
very much.
Jones's ship though, so you know.
Oh dear.
Okay, so
Right.
I will explain what you guys see then.
Suddenly I have the urge to use a flamethrower. No, I'm joking.
Oh!
You can't have my flamethrower, so good luck.
I'm in charge, so I can turn it off.
Nope.
Okay,
You're a real bastard.
The
so
ship's fine, and it's all nice and warm in here, and I'm all cozy, ready, waiting for you to get.
so you guys walk. You guys basically come down this stairwell, and then you start to make your way towards the bridge, and you see the same signs of combat, of destruction on the ship. Like it's down every corridor. There's like bullet casings. There's scratches again. Like you feel like whatever the fuck was happening, it's like spread around the whole ship. It's not just been on a deck. But as you make your way towards the bridge, you notice that like the lights are flickering in the bridge. You feel like it's almost on like a standby mode until somebody goes in. One of you opens the door. I don't know, whoever you would like. And you step foot onto the bridge. And you see like you see like the faint glow of like buttons like around the room. You see like oranges and blues, like hues like off to the corners of the room. It's anything like truly illuminating the ship until you properly step foot inside. And the whole basically room just like comes alive with activity. You start to hear hums of electrical devices turning on around the room. And you notice that the command station, which is at the very front of the ship, you assume that would be where the commander would be, basically springs to life at the front of the ship. You notice that the holographic display table, which is in the middle, has been completely trashed. You feel like it doesn't look like it's been trashed by people. It looks like it's like there's been some sort of electrical fire, which is probably why this room is running on low power mode. You think it was probably trying to kill out the fire by cutting off like the life support in the room and other stuff. But it's completely damaged beyond repair. The thing's just torched. The sensor station, which is to the left of the room, is also damaged by the fire, but you have a feeling if you give it enough time, you can possibly try and get it back to working condition again. The life support monitors, which are to the right of the room, are currently flashing green. You think basically this is like your final confirmation that whatever you guys did in the air scrubber room worked. It's basically giving the green okay for temperature on the ship as well as like the oxygen on the ship. And then you have the pilot stations one either side. Somebody's used a fire axe on pilot station 1, and the axe is actually embedded in the console. And station 2 looks like it's intact. It doesn't look like it's been damaged, but it doesn't also seem like it's working. Like whereas like there's sparks coming out of station 1 where like the axe is embedded. Station 2 just looks like it doesn't have any power. It's just not switched on. And yeah, and that's everything you see inside the bridge. What would you guys like to do?
Question: Who has the most strength?
I'm going
do you
to
want take that fire axe with us because that could be useful.
I think it's
I-
Con. Yeah, Con's got 7 in close combat.
Why don't you take that fire axe with you?
Yeah, seems like a good idea, I think.
Cool.
Never know when that might be useful.
I don't even
Yeah.
know. I don't even know if I added that to the list of things that are in this. Oh, I did. Axe. There you go. I thought ahead. Give me 2 seconds.
So I caught that actually when we fought the last thing. Was like I had like a massive like short range bonus, but like I've got a long range weapon here, so I'm a bit. So,
Yeah.
Oh, it's obviously
that
here
would
with
make
the most
sense.
strength. I'll probably get the most use out of it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save for later.
Mill axe.
So, if we give the sensor station enough time, we could possibly repair it. I wonder how long we'd have to wait. The engineers, do you have any idea? Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Danny.
I was going to say, do the engineers have any idea how long we'll have to wait?
No.
Okay, it was worth an ask.
No, yeah. How do we determine that, by the way?
Give me 2 seconds, and then we'll have a quick look.
I can have this done in half an hour.
Do we just make it up? Can we?
Right,
tell
we
you.
talk
Yeah.
that.
Give me a time.
2 minutes. Yes.
Till Mort tells us very differently.
Oh, it just takes a sec.
And
If you don't, give it a clue.
and I'm probably about to be honest. Give me 2 seconds. Just have a quick look.
I bamboozled them.
This is the one thing I'm always really bad at is time in this
He's not
game.
asking the right questions.
Here we go. So yeah, it's gonna take probably about 4 hours. Again, you can, depending on how successful you are on the roll, you can shorten the time. So for every success you get, we can shorten it by an hour. You know, any extra bonus success, but straight out
One
the
final
bat, it'll be
question
about
then.
4 hours.
What is the purpose of bringing it back online?
So this ship is infinitely larger than your ship. So if anything's coming to hit you, whether it be asteroids, meteors, anything like that, or if there's just anything else out there, the sensor array on this ship is infinitely larger. Because this ship's like probably about 3 times the size of yours in terms of scale. So it's like sensor array and stuff like that are just a lot bigger. Even though your ship's more advanced in terms of years, yours is like the state of the art in terms of years and stuff like that. This ship's a scientific vessel, so it's designed for this sort of stuff, being able to find out what's around in the world, essentially. So you feel like if there was any issues or anything around like the world, you'd be able to find out a lot easier with the sensor array being on. But if you don't care about that, then it doesn't really matter too much.
Does somebody need to be here to monitor that, or can we activate it and then leave and we'll still get the notifications?
So Mother will update. So if anything important's coming up, Mother will update, but you won't be able to you don't get like a heads up display of like if any blips come up. You'd have to come to the bridge. Essentially you'd get an alert to say something's coming up, but you'd have to go to the bridge to see what it is.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense. So it's like basically like a doorbell, essentially. It tells you something's there,
Right.
but you have to come check it yourself.
Yeah, makes sense. What do you think, guys?
I think we should get this up and running and maybe head to the armory while the engineers work on that.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Seems a solid
Yeah.
plan.
Cool. Does anybody want to check any of the other stations in the room? You have got the command station, you have got the pilot station as well, if you wanted to try and move the ship, but it's up to you guys.
What was the state of the command station?
The command station seems to be fine.
Oh, okay.
The pilot...
Maybe we should...
Sorry, don't worry. Pilot Station 1's basically got an axe in it, which now Cham's retrieved. Pilot Station 2 appears to be out of power, so there might be... You feel like Pilot Station 1's kind of broken beyond repair, but Pilot Station 2 might be able to be fixed. The command station's just working.
Just press the power button.
Turn it off and on
Turn it
again.
off and on again.
But yeah, it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do. If you do want to fix the sensor station, if you do want to have a look at the command station, and then having a look at the armory is never a bad idea. You can
I
always,
think the armory's a good shout.
can always
but-
use more
well,
guns.
I mean,
There's probably
We
not
can-
much point trying to move the ship until we get that sensor station working, because no one in our luck will end up crashing into something without realising.
Yeah.
We can work on 2 problems at once, so
Yeah.
should we get...
This will be the time
Who's-
for it now.
Can we... So
Give me
would
both of
any of them...
abilities.
I'm happy to attempt
The
to
Cronus
repair.
crew object to us
Well-
checking their command station. Or...
Yeah, I mean, John's will be walking towards the command station anyway to double check it. It's just whether or not anybody wants to accompany him to see what he's
Oh
doing.
yeah, I'm gonna look over his shoulder.
Okay, cool. So Johns and Wilson are at the
What are you doing?
command station. Cham and Davis, are you guys working together to fix the sensor station?
Yeah.
'Cause you can help each other as if you guys wanted to.
Is Danny the better option here?
Thanks, Nex. No,
You me?
yeah, you guys are the engineers, so you would be.
No,
Best.
Danny's a pilot, isn't he?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
repairable.
Brian
mate,
Chow.
it's not-
Sorry, did I say Davis?
Oh, what am I going to do? Stand
Yeah.
there a fucking
Yeah.
set of pliers?
Yeah, Ryan Cham. Yeah,
Sorry, I'm Ryan Cham.
that's what I
My
thought. Yeah, it makes more sense now. I was like, hang on. Well, yeah, yeah. If you're up for that, we can do that.
bad. The two buddies
So-
hanging out. Cool.
Down.
And then Davis, do you want to check the armory while everybody else is busy doing other bits and bobs?
I can do that.
All right. So Reed will come with you, Davis. So you get to hang out with a cool colonial marine with a robot arm.
Let's go, Reed. With our shotguns.
What's the delay on the stream? Because I'm still seeing the old deck.
Oh, have I not switched it over? Oh yeah. Oh wait, no. It's still.
No, that's the,
It's,
that's the new one.
I think I was scrolled down though. I forgot to scroll up, so that was my bad. But
Okay.
it is the right one. I just didn't scroll up. Thank you, Nix, by the way, for the hydrate. I appreciate you. Oh, well, we're getting through this surprisingly quick, all things considered.
I felt like we were just delaying
I
every
felt like all we-
opportunity.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought we'd done is gone down some stairs, to be honest.
yeah. But you guys are actually at the bridge, so that's a good start. Okay, cool.
In
So
an omelette.
yeah. Oh, don't worry, we'll get to you, Wayne. Don't you
I was
worry,
gonna
my
say, we'll
friend.
get an update on why.
We will.
Meanwhile,
Oh dear, did you see how? Oh, we will. Mm.
Yeah, we will. So we'll go Davis Reed first. So so Davis, you basically make your way towards. First, you make your way to like through this like you make your way past like a vestibule room. So basically, there are two bays that were originally full. Well, you can't see the other bay, but it's two bays originally full of escape pods. But you notice that all of the escape pods are missing. You don't know whether that's because people have successfully escaped the ship while ship was going south, or if somebody's intentionally sent them away. I mean, you're starting to get the impression that sabotage is afoot, considering there's a axe hanging off one of the pilot stations. But then you guys make your way down to the armory, and you see the armory is basically stripped clean, pretty much. Apart from, you do find one thing, which you have never seen before in your life, Davis, but Reed claps her hands together and is like, "Ooh, man, I'm glad this is still here." And what you see is a Wayland Storm Rifle. So it is like a Colonial Marines pulse rifle, the classic, but it is basically more heavy duty. So it's bigger, it's stockier. It's got like a bit. It's basically it's just basically the same as a pulse rifle, but it's just like kind of like a bigger variant of it, like a more like assault rifle variant of it. And you also find one case of shotguns, so you now have an additional case of shotguns, Davis. So you now have. Oh, that's weird. What happened to your other? I swear you got a spare shell of shotguns. That maybe I just never brought them over for you. Hold on. Let me fix that quickly.
Nerfed again.
So I think you should have two now. So let me just copy this across. So that's 2 reloads. You should
just remember that next time anybody tries to give me a bit of back chat.
Yeah. Yeah, you can spaff now to your heart's content. Okay, so oh yeah, and the storm rifle has 1 reload as well. But apart from that, you notice that there's like sprays of like a milky white substance all over the walls. Like
Ew.
somebody's had like a either somebody's seen a spooky ghost, or somebody's been having a milk party. They're having like a milkshake party or something. You don't quite know exactly what's going on. But then you hear, oh dear, I don't even know what's been posted and I don't want to look.
Did Danny just get pregnant? Is that what happened?
Yeah, he did. But then you hear Reed say, "Ah, shit! It's synth blood. We had a synth on the ship. It must have been attacked by those things, I guess." But
Question.
this. Oh yeah, of course. Go ahead.
What if? Because I feel like this is. We might have to make this decision
Of
on
course.
the fly.
Yeah.
What if somebody, like does have an alien, like coming out of their head? Are we allowed to just kill them immediately, or do we have to wait for the thing to come out?
So narratively, the thing always comes out. It's just heyo. The thing always
Okay.
comes out, but then you can then attack the baby version. Like it's better.
Okay.
It's better to attack the baby version while it's a baby than let it get
Yeah.
big. So you want to try and kill it as
So-
quickly as possible.
But will we always know if they are growing an alien baby, or do we just how do we know when they need to be inoculated?
So you won't know basically until they start to scream that my head's about to explode, and then.
And then and then when that's happening, they still have time to get inoculated.
No, at that point it's a bit too late because basically
So-
what the inoculation does is it takes whatever the spore is inside you and stops it from growing.
Okay.
If you don't do it, then if it gets big enough to the point where it's like it starts to become the creature, then it's too late at that point.
So okay, so that's why it was Wayne's like, yeah, let me take it now, even though I don't know if anything's going on, but it's
Things are what the
preemptive.
fuck is up to?
I think you can take it preemptively as a vaccine rather than as like a
So
treatment.
basically, if any,
Once it
yeah,
starts.
if any, it basically once it's in like your bloodstream in your system, then it.
Can we radio to Wayne right now and see how he's feeling?
Of course you can if you would like to. Well, I'll quickly just finish off what Danny sees, and then we can.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
be more than
I'll
happy.
just say I'm fine though. That's the problem.
Yeah. So basically you think that wherever this synthetic blood's come from this synth that Reed was talking about, it must have happened years ago because it looks like it's properly dried into like the walls now. But other than that, you don't find anything else in this room. There doesn't appear to be any dangers. Do you want to take the storm rifle for now, Davis, or do you want to give it to Reed? What do you want to do?
I'll take the shotgun stuff so Reed can have the rifle. She's better combat trained than I am.
Cool. Alrighty. So let me quickly give that to Reed. Okay.
Right, Riley.
Sorry?
Right, Riley Reed.
Sick.
Uh,
I knew what he meant the minute he said that.
oh no.
Oh, this music's got intense now I've mentioned her name.
It has. I mean, seems on brand to be fair. It's just playing through all of the Alien Isolation tracks, so. So yeah, what you have with this storm rifle is it has a grenade launcher. It's armor piercing and also fully auto, and its range is long, so you can shoot through multiple zones with it.
That sounds far too useful.
Yeah, it is a big bad gun. I mean, you can take it off Reed if you want, but Davis is giving it to Reed for now.
Reed allow that?
Sorry.
Would Reed allow that?
I mean, you can ask
Yeah.
you can ask her nicely.
Yes, be real, like.
She seemed very excited about having it.
Oh yeah, but it's a colonial marine. So once the birthing starts, the best they can do is mercy kill for the poor sod. Exactly. Nix knows where it's at. All right, let's go to Wayne. Hi, Wayne.
Oh hi.
let me do a cheeky transition back to Wayne, and we'll go back to the Montero.
Oh,
Let's
I
move.
wonder why everyone just left me. No one even wanted to come with me.
I know, it's so mean.
but we got a mission.
Okay, so Miller, what are you up to on the ship?
I don't know. Am I on the ship?
Yeah, you made your way back to the
I
ship,
got
no
on.
problem. Yeah, umbilical's still connected.
Do I know how to fly?
I mean, you can give it a try
Wow.
if you would want to.
I look at the control decks, and then I go, this takes me back to flight school. I remember passing with flying colours.
What Microsoft
very-
Flight Simulator?
I'm very proficient at
Oh wait, it's just the captain.
flying the ship. Pilot Davis is a good friend of mine. He's taught me all the tricks of the trade of how to maneuver this beast.
See, he totally would have shot Cham
Yeah.
for him if they're that good of friends.
Like, how much do I love this job?
That's a good question.
How much do you love your friend?
The drug
That's
addicts.
the wrong question.
Wow. How
Like, I've tried to help you for so many years.
how
and
quick
I
how
feel
quick
like
Miller
it's just
turns on
falling
Davis.
on deaf ears.
It's like he's my bro.
Like, you're never gonna change. Let's be honest.
He would kill someone for you.
Well, would he?
I mean, he tried.
The whole
They
thing
tried.
is, the whole thing is I did kill him, and then I got threatened with my life anyway.
You totally
So,
would have. That was
fuck
where it
me.
was going.
No, it wasn't. Let's not start this again. I've got a crate full of shotguns, and I will use them. So let's just stop.
Well, my head
He's
is
got-
intact.
He's
Unlike
causing
Cooper's.
chaos, and he's not even here.
Can't decide whether to leave or not, so I'm gonna make an eggs Benedict and mull it over.
Okay.
You know.
So I've done that, and then I'm thinking, it's like, what's this company ever given me? Like, the problem is, I'm in the middle of nowhere, so
This man's
can't
having an
even- I
existential
can't even-
crisis.
But
That's
yeah,
like,
you're
I
not
can't even-
screwing over the company, you'd be screwing over us.
Is Wayne in character or not here?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I'm
I think-
thinking.
I feel like
think
he's
he's had
like,
too
this is
many
how
of
he
these
feels about
eggs.
the stream team. He's like, but do I really?
The problem
Like,
is,
that
like,
much?
we're in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know where to start, even if I wanted to leave. That's the problem. I'm okay. So I've had my eggs Benedict, and then I'm like, should probably go see what the rest of the crew. This ship's fine, right? I've looked at the ship. The ship's still here. It's fine. So if worst comes to worst, I can get Pilot Davis, and we can just get the hell out of here. But I've just realised that I can't fly the ship on my own, so I'm going to go back and join the crew.
Excellent. Well, just as you get to the stairway there, Wayne, unfortunately, something does happen.
Oh God!
Yeah.
I was really
Please
waiting.
tell me he has a baby.
I
Please
w-
tell me.
I was waiting for you to finish your monologue before I interrupted. So I was like, this is too much fun. So all of you hear this actually on your comm systems on your suits. You hear displacement drive malfunction, cascade failure imminent, fission reactor overload in T-minus 10 minutes, and you all gain 1 stress, please, on your
I
character.
don't know what any of that
sheets.
means.
Let me ask you
Shut
this:
up.
Is it because Wayne was fucking around with shit that this happened?
I've just made some eggs and contemplated life. It's not going to do. I don't even know what any of that was. To be fair.
Did he make it happen?
I can't tell you, but I can tell you that this means that basically the nuclear reactor drive on your ship is essentially going into meltdown mode, and the Montero will be blowing up in 10 minutes.
Is that because
So-
I've
Oh
made the
my.
eggs?
Okay.
Because I made the eggs, isn't it? It's because I made
If
the
you'd
eggs.
have never
Okay.
got on that ship, this
We
would
don't
not
have
have
enough time
happened.
to debate how it happened. What we need
I
to do is figure
mean-
out what we're doing about
I mean,
it.
who knows?
Can
But
we fix this?
I don't know.
Is it?
I mean, Wayne, I will tell you, you are on the ship. You are right next to Mother. You can try and talk to Mother to see what the fuck's going on if you would like to. But you don't have much time to decide. This is one of the few moments where I'm like, you guys have to make a decisive decision. So,
Okay.
Mother continues to remind you in 1 minute increments until there are 30 seconds
Oh,
left,
Jesus
and the
Christ.
countdown
Oh
comes
my
down to
goodness.
0. So,
I know, Mother. I know.
so this culminates in the total destruction of the Montero in a massive explosion.
It's well, it's gonna fuck up the ship, right? The other ship, isn't it?
Possibly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we need to make a decision whether we're going to try to repair it, if Wayne needs to talk to the weird mother thing and try to repair it himself, or if we're going to disengage and leave Wayne stranded on the ship that's going to blow up.
Or
I think,
Or we could let Wayne come back over, I guess.
I think we should send Rye by themselves to go and fix it, and the rest of us get to safety.
Wow.
I'm instantly on the radio telling Miller he needs to get over here and we need to disconnect the umbilical cord.
Yeah. Pull the cord, send our ship after space. But can you get my magazines from under my bed first, please?
Okay, so Miller
Wayne,
runs,
you could
runs
stay over
into
there
the,
if you wanted to.
Miller runs into the
You wanna go down with your
into the
ship,
bridge.
you know?
Miller runs into the bridge and
Yeah.
sets up like a very complicated pulley machine
Don't
Okay.
forget the eggs.
with using bricks and like wires, elastic bands.
Famously found on spaceships, Brooks.
Yeah. So basically, it's all set on a timer as well. So basically, once I press the button, and then all the mechanical object things go, which will make the ship fly away from the ship. It'll basically go on. Oh, wait, is there an autopilot?
I was literally just about to tell you could just set the autopilot on if you really wanted to.
Yeah. Okay. Can I do like a program it so it goes really slow at the beginning whilst I'm getting off, and then speeds up as soon as I get off?
So the unfortunate thing is the autopilot will set off as soon. So I take it you've given up on asking Mother.
Yeah. Screw that.
So
can I spacewalk? Can
Oh
I?
my God.
Can I? I'm going to autopilot off and then be really heroic and jump out of the ship and spacewalk over to the other ship.
I'll tell you what you can do, Wayne. But first, before you do any of that, you guys.
Pause for an ad break.
Yes. So you guys realise, especially Cham and Rai, because you are the engineers on the ship, as you keep hearing T-10 minutes and counting from basically, and this isn't coming over on the Cronus's ship, it's coming over on your like headpiece, like headset systems that are built into your suits. So you're just hearing Mother like constantly updating how long until the ship's about to explode. But you guys realize that Miller can't probably won't be able to, like, the retraction of like the umbilical cord takes too long, the process takes too long, so you're probably going to have to try and cut the umbilical cord off from the ship, which requires you to go back up to basically to go back up to Joe where you walked in, Joe, that airlock that you couldn't close properly. So you guys will probably have to head over there and try and by the way, whatever work you've done on the system so far, I'm not going to minus off, Joe, the sensor array. I'm not going to be mean and go, it restarts to the start. But yeah, you got not yet, but yeah, we'll get there. It's because Wayne went on the ship. That's the thing that started this, I'll be honest.
Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
Because I'm kind of curious about cause and effect, like how in depth this is for this game.
Yeah.
You said that Wayne going over there triggered it, right?
Well, kind of, yes.
Okay, so like if we had not like done the umbilical cord thing, would that have like affected?
It would make it easier to move the ship away from the other ship.
I see. Okay.
But then,
And-
the alternative is when you went into the Cronus, it would have then meant that you guys would have potentially got sucked out of the ship because obviously only one half of the airlock's working. So as you open the other door, you would have had to have tried to make sure not to get sucked out into space. So
Okay.
it's the good old one thing for the other thing.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, here we go. Ken's done a announcement thing. Before the ship explodes, if you fancy Eggs Benedict of your own, use code ROLLKD2 for 40% off HelloFresh. Oh, that would have been such a good... Oh, if only I had sponsorships. But yes, so Cham and Rai, you basically realise that you're going to have to try and... It takes too long for, like, the process. It, like, takes, like... several minutes to try and do the decoupling process for the umbilical cord, so you guys realize you're going to have to cut it away so that the ship can move away. But Miller's told you that she intends on turning the autopilot to kind of send the ship flying off. So yeah, so what do you guys want to do? And Miller will get back to you, don't we?
Do we have to wait for Miller before we can disengage it?
You have to get rid of the umbilical cord before the autopilot starts. Otherwise, it's going to it's going to
drag us with it.
Yeah, or it's going to cause damage to both ships potentially. You don't know exactly what it'll do, but yeah. You feel like life will be easier if they're not connected to one another.
Okay. Well, I say that we can just leave Wayne and his baby on the ship. And he should talk to Mother.
Well,
and we can disengage the umbilical cord.
We need to get Miller back over here.
Yeah,
is that a necessary
we should get Miller back. Despite the fact he wanted to blow my face off for literally trying to fucking care for people.
Right?
Yeah. It probably is in our best and everyone's best interest to...
Okay.
Boss is like, I don't know about that.
Okay. Well,
You tried to murder him.
Rye's trying to get this.
while
I
you
mean, she's probably the smartest one out of all of you.
Yeah, fuck it, leave him.
I mean,
I have no opinion on the
I'm
matter.
gonna put it in
Just
autopilot
explain.
anyway. And then...
yeah, you have a realization as well, Davis. You think that, like, if the pilot station would have been repaired before this process started, you could have just disconnected the umbilical cord and flown the Cronus away from the Montero. But because the bridge system's still fucked, like, and you don't know how long it'll take to repair, that, like, you can't do that. You have to get the Montero away from the Cronus. That's the only way to do it. Well,
But we
it
only
isn't
work
my
on the
fault.
system.
I wasn't the one that decided to go onto a spaceship. But Davis, Miller, you do know that if you turn the autopilot on, instead of having to spacewalk, it's like a cargo shuttle in the like cargo bay of the ship that's called Daisy. And you can use that to basically try and fly your way back to the Cronus. So rather than you like basically jumping from the Montero over to the Cronus, you can try and use this to kind of like float your way through space. It's essentially like trying to drive like a Fiat 500 through space
Like an escape
to
pod.
get from one ship to the other one. So yeah, so you feel like you have got like a good escape plan.
I mean, no, but I'm going with it.
Cool. All right. So what, Rai Cham, are we going to try and undo the umbilical cord?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose we have to, right?
Okay. So as you start to run back up, like Miller's getting slightly worried on the ship. As the countdown keeps going down, but you hear T-9 minutes, T-8 minutes, and it's as she says T-7 minutes is when you get to the umbilical cord, like the airlock. You guys obviously put your helmets back on because otherwise, rest in peace, breath. And you guys basically use like the tethers, like the hook tethers, to like hook yourself to the inside of the ship to make sure as soon as the umbilical cord goes, you guys don't basically get sucked off into space. Miller, you close the door on your side, on the other side of the umbilical cord, so that it doesn't completely decompress your ship as well. So the Montero's fully pressurized. Montero's fine. Obviously, the inner airlock door's closed, but not the outer airlock door. So you guys will be in space essentially when you guys will be, like to the outside of space once the thing goes. But let's have a look. Rye, my friend.
Yes.
My beautiful friend. Can you please... I'm just double checking how this works, so you get a +2. So can you make me a strength heavy machinery roll? So basically, if you bring up your character sheet, you just click on heavy machinery on the left-hand side. And then, can you please put a bonus modifier of 3 in that for me, please?
I just have to type in 3. I don't have to like put a plus or anything.
No, you can just press 3. And then press submit, and then we'll see what happens.
Oh no, was it bad?
Oh, you got a panic roll, so now we have to see what
Wait, hold
happens
on.
with it.
My thingy says I can ignore a panic.
Oh, does it? Let's have a look. So you've
my
seen and done
talent?
nothing. Once per act, you can you may ignore all ones from a single roll. Hell yeah! Let's go, Rye. So Rye, what happens?
Yeah.
Like, how do you steel yourself? Like, as you're doing this, like, I presume you're probably panicking just because like the countdown keeps coming through. But like, how do you steel yourself as you do this? Like, what do you kind of like say to yourself to like kind of like calm yourself down? Do you sing like Timber or something?
Apparently, what did Kyle say he was doing? He said he was fiddled with his item and calming down. Maybe I look at my weird item thing.
Oh yeah, so you've got I like how Stacey says weird item thing. It's a one photo of your brother. Just like
Fuck's this?
like Rye just looks at the photograph. Look at this photograph, and then it's like, and then she just gets Chad Kruger in her head, and then the curtains from there. But yeah, so you start to stress out, and you kind of like fumbling around, and then you look at the photo, and like your hands trembling. You're like, no, I can do this. Like, I need to get back home to my brother. And you put the photograph back in your suit, and then you're able to kind of steady yourself, and you are able to successfully successfully do it. And because you get a bonus, you can do something else, which I need to double check because I always forget these off the top of my head. So what are we? Strength heavy machinery. Here we go. You can break it permanently. Well, I feel like you haven't got much choice in that matter, considering the other ship's about to explode. But you can do it quickly. You can do it quietly. You can show off. You don't need to roll to make a similar action. So if you are basically trying to open up a door or something with a cutting torch, you now don't have to roll for that again. You can just open up doors and stuff. With the closing doors is a different matter, but opening up doors or stuff with the cutting torch you can do automatically, or you can gain a +1 to a heavy machinery roll in the future if you want to use that.
I don't really understand what importance of either one of those things, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like a little guidance here.
Okay,
Anybody?
I would probably say a +1 to a later roll would probably be useful, because if you do a heavy machinery roll in the future, then you get like an extra +1. So like if Connor was helping you, for example, you'd have 4, 6, 8, 10. You'd have 11 dice. Which increases your chances to try and do something. So I'd say that's probably your best bet, is to take the +1 for next time.
What is your heavy machinery number, Frosty?
It's only a +1.
Oh.
But she gets 5 because she has strength. Then she got a +2 from the cutting torch, so that gave her 7. Then she got a +1 from you, which gave her 8, and then she has 2 stress, so that gave her 10. And then
I'd have had 10 as well, I think, then.
Yeah, and then if she gets the extra thing, if she gets if she gets the +1 again, then that would give her 11 on her next try. So yeah, cool.
Sounds good.
So yeah, you successfully split the two apart. So yeah, they basically, you're cutting around like the entirety of the umbilical cord, and then you just feel like it's almost like an explosion just hit you. Like you and Cham just basically get pushed back into like the inner airlock door. And then you get sucked back out towards space again, but because you guys are on your tether, you're like successfully able to like stay in like this airlock area. And yeah, that basically blows like the kind of like the decompression blows the Montero slightly away from the Cronus. All right, Wayne, are you ready to do some cool shit?
Yeah, I made my feet punt now.
Yes. Well, not quite yet, but you will be soon.
Cool shit music.
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was going to play some music. Sorry, I was going to switch music, so that's why we were going to play this music. And this is probably going to be an advert. Yeah, I'm glad I muted it. It's the worst thing about YouTube. You get bloody adverts.
Not if you have premium,
yeah, it is. This music. Okay, so yeah, Wayne, you get some epic escape from a place music. That may or may not be from Resident Evil, so you probably don't want it, to be honest. But you get some sweet music. So yes, you are able to successfully set the autopilot to basically fly as far away as humanly possible from this other ship. You basically managed to run your way through the ship like this. At this point, as you get to the Daisy, it's down to like T minus 4 minutes at this stage because
Could be less than that wee bit.
well, yeah. Well, yeah, it was 7 when you guys were there, so it took you guys 3 minutes to cut out the umbilical cord. So you basically just like did like a swoop around of it. So yeah, so basically you run your way towards the shuttle bay, and you're going to use the Daisy. So could you, for me, please? Okay, so yeah, can you first off, Wayne, please make me a piloting skill just for the autopilot to see how successful you are. So that is so yeah, it'd be your agility piloting. God, Wayne's stress is so high.
Is that 5?
So it'd be 5 plus the 4 health stress you have. Oh no, sorry, that's health. Sorry, you've got
I've got one extra from that last from the alarm going off.
Yeah, so you've got one extra in. Yeah, sorry. I was looking at your health. I was like, man, that's a lot of stress. So yeah, so you've got 6 basically, and you can push a roll. You can do a classic rye. Oh, you got 1 success. I think that'll do. Yeah, you're good. You only need 1 success. So you're able to successfully pilot the Montero to basically go full boosters and get far enough away from the Cronus. Could you now make me another piloting check? This time, can you do a -2 on the roll to see how successfully you pilot the Daisy towards the Cronus?
Go.
Interesting. Okay. Well, the good news is it's successful.
Okay, but there's a bit of panic in there.
There's a bit of panic in there. So could you,
I mean,
for
it's
me...
understandable.
So could you, for me, Wayne, just roll at... So at the top of the page, Joe, on your character sheet, there's a roll menu and it says 1d6.
Yeah.
Could you just click 1d6 for me, please? So you have a 4, and your stress level is what? Sorry, your stress level is... Oh, 2 because you got the panic roll. So that gives you a 6. Good news is, you keep it together.
Of course I do. Yeah.
You are good. So, Wayne, essentially what happens is, you... Hold on, just let me transition off this, and then...
I don't know why this stuff doesn't update on the stream.
What do you mean?
You should get like a static screen, like the chat and the map and everything doesn't update until you switch to YouTube.
Oh, that's weird.
Like, so we can't see the rolls and stuff.
Ah. Maybe I need to, like, stay on the thing. Maybe that's just, like, a problem with OBS. The reason why I have to do that is because I can't show you guys all the extra bits. So maybe... Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I might just have to click back on it when I'm not actively doing stuff, I guess. There you go, you find out, though. You learn stuff. You learn important things. But yeah, it's just so I'm not showing all the stuff behind the screen. Of other bits and bobs.
Behind the Iron Curtain.
So yeah, exactly. So I'll have to keep that separately, but here we go. So, let me click on that one just so you guys can see what's happening. So yes, Miller, so you get on this like rickety piece of shit like transport thing. Like I said, it's basically like a Fiat 500 in space, but it's got like a pickup, like a flatbed on the back of it. And you start to like fly your way towards the Cronus, and as you do, you hear T-1, and then you see a detonation, and this is like a nuclear explosion in space, and the force, like the force ripple out from the explosion actually kind of like pushes the Daisy faster towards the Cronus, and you're actually like, oh shit, I'm gonna like slam into this thing, and you start to panic. You're like, I'm going way too fast. but you manage to like hold it together and pull off like a sick Tokyo drift. As they famously said, if you're not in control, you're out of control. And you pull off like a sick drift, and you're able to actually like dart your way around and avoid crashing directly into the Cronus. Now, do you want to try and fly back towards the airlock and ditch this and like jump at the airlock and get in back in that way, or do you want to try and get in through the there's like the cargo area on the Cronus? Do you want to try and fly into that?
Which one's easier?
So if you try and jump out, you're going to have to make an agility check. If you try and pilot into the thing, it will just require probably like a strength check to not get thrown off the daisy. When you like basically crash land into the thing.
Strength one.
Go for the strength one. Okay, sweet. So yeah, so you manage to like circle your way around the ship. Like there's only so much fuel inside the daisy, and it's not really designed to be out in space. It's designed more to like be on land. So it's awkward. Like, this is making me want to watch the Fast and Furious movies. Hell yeah. Like Wayne's basically Dominic Toretto, flying through space.
A pilot license when you got family.
Time to drink a Corona. So yeah, you're able to like line up with the like the cargo bay, which is still open. It's got like a field emanating from it, so that like air doesn't escape, but you're able to like pass through it. Like the big shutters on the outside aren't closed currently. And you basically slide the daisy in, and it's like skidding along like the floor of like the bottom deck. And could you please make me a strength check to see if you can hold on?
What number do I type in?
So for this, you just do a straight strength check. So just click on strength and don't add any extra bonuses on. 2 successes. I take it you want to do it in a cool way, Wayne. I take it you want to show off.
Definitely.
So yeah, you slide your way in, and then you manage to like perfectly parallel park the daisy next to 2 quad bikes that are in like the base of this like cargo bay area. Like the daisy's skidding and it spins, so it's going backwards, and you manage to like perfectly parallel park it between these 2 quad bikes, and you are successfully back on the ship. You are alive somehow.
It's good to have you back. I was going to say sir, but
I'm miles away from you, aren't I?
Yeah, but you're on the radio.
That's true. You can say I did cool shit. So yeah, wait, I will show you where you are currently, so you know. So, let me reveal the area. I just need to copy your character across, but this is currently where you are.
Oh, nice.
So you're essentially in like the bottom deck of the ship. So let me paste you in. There you go. So you're basically in this area just hanging out.
Yeah.
Just hanging around.
Yeah. Have a few laughs.
Can I go explore all this area?
You
hanging around.
You can, yes. I'm going to quickly cut back to the others, though.
I mean, yeah, I was going to say I'm just doodling in the dispatch office.
Sounds good. Okie dokie. So, we'll head back to the B deck for now. So let me cut back across to here so people can actually see it. There we go. Cool. So, Cham and Rai, you guys are able to like eventually make your way back down. You, like I said, you have successfully not been sucked off into space.
Oh,
I know. So everything's cool. By the way, if you're wondering why Miller's off here to the side, it's just basically it's just so if I need to add Wayne in, they're there. So that's why hanging out over there. Okay, Mr. Agent Wilson, you were hanging out with Johns. How were you reacting, by the way, when all this was happening? Like all the chaos was unfolding.
For once I radioed that you should get back over and everyone got to it, I just kind of carried on, really, trusted them to do it. And I wanted to know what was on the command center.
Excellent, cool. So, let me tell you.
Very chill.
It's just a chill guy. So yeah, so there's a flip up access panel on one of the arms of like the captain's seat. And there's a small compartment that houses the emergency key for Mother. So you guys think that like if you didn't have Wilson's special key, then this is where you could have got basically the replacement key. The unfortunate thing is though that the glass panel has been smashed open and the key is actually missing. So you feel like somebody's already taken the key and tried to speak to Mother at some point. So the captain's station shows you information from like all of the other stations, and you can try and make a comtech roll if you want, Wilson, to try and like access the computer as like Johns is like typing away on like other parts of the computer.
Okay, and have. Oh, okay. I'll click the number. It's like trying to edit it. Okay.
No successes, unfortunately. You can push it. It will give you a level of stress, but you could push it if you wanted. If you wanted the information, it's just whether or not you think that anything's important, or you could always ask Johns if there's anything important.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, Johns, I can't seem to get this working. Can you?
Well, it's probably because you don't have. Any authorization for it. By the way, how's your friend doing? They managed to get that ship away? I mean, don't know why it's trying to explode on you.
Yeah, sounds like they got him aboard. I could hear all that, right?
Yeah. So you basically, as basically like enough time, like you've been trying to get this computer to work and you haven't been able to. Like as everything else has been happening, like you've just been here with Johns.
Yeah, I feel like that. He sounds suspicious.
So you know that Miller's basically back on the ship. So yeah, Johns just says like, it's nothing important. It's just mainly different information about the the different stations on the ship in the bridge. Nothing in particular that's important. And you see Johns, like, as he's talking to you, you feel like he's trying to distract you slightly. You kind of like see him flick off something, like one of the screens kind of like flick it off. But you didn't really see what was on that particular screen. And you feel like because you've already tried to kind of like access the computer, if you tried it again, you wouldn't be able to bring it up. You could try and get one of your colleagues. You know Rye's particularly good at computers, so you could try and get Rye to maybe have a look at it later if you wanted to. But for now, Johns is keeping his cards close to his chest.
Fuck Johns.
He's suspicious.
So Johns is just the officer on the ship, right? He's not a company man necessarily.
No, he's second in command on the ship. So basically, he was like the Riker to whoever the captain's Jean-Luc Picard was.
That's gone right over my head.
Star Trek reference. I knew Kyle would get it. So
I know Jean-Luc Picard is, but I don't know the fuck Riker. I don't know.
Yeah, Riker's number 2.
Second in command.
I haven't seen it. It's a load of wank.
Get a life.
How do I know it's
Technically, he's number 1.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh yeah, I always get confused with that as well. Like he's number 1, but he is second in command. Stupid system. Anyway. So yeah, so that's basically what you've got so far. So I don't know if you want to grill Johns or if you're happy knowing that he's trying to hide something, just kind of move on.
Oh, John Jay has like high empathy and manipulation, but I don't have that in real life. So. I don't. Yeah, can I just straight up ask him? Yeah, what was that?
Oh, nothing. It was just the the transport logs about where we've been. Nothing important, really.
Okay, I'm with the company. Okay, this is a great opportunity for all of us. My job here is to make sure that we can save the ship and everything on it.
Hey man, if you
I
have
don't think you should be holding any information.
Hey man, if you have any problems, feel free to put them towards Clayton. She's the other company man on this ship. Well, company lady on this ship. He kind of like lets off like a slightly like, this guy's probably a little sexist chuckle. But then he kind of then just gets really quiet and kind of like wanders off. Like, you get the impression from him that he's like not really. He's not a leader amongst men. You kind of get the impression that he's just kind of doing
An
stuff.
idiot?
Yeah, basically. You get the impression that he's doing stuff because it's what is like the. It's what expected of him as like the replacement captain. You don't really get the impression that he's actually a captain. Like, you can tell the reason why he's been like a second officer for as long as he has. Star Trek is like Star Wars, but for adults.
Wow.
Get wrecked, Con. Okay, so Cham and Rai, would you please, let me see what it is. Oh, perfect. It is a heavy, oh wait, no, that's pilot station. So it's a Comtech roll, which you are actually still good at, Rai. So could you please make me a Comtech roll, which is on the right-hand side, so it's Wits Comtech.
Wits? Okay. Or which one do I click? Wits or
Click
com?
the Comtech one.
Would
Okay.
like somebody
Do I
come
add
out with a
anything?
game.
For this one, no, unfortunately. Another panic. Okay, cool. So, hold on. So could you, at the very top of your sheet, there is a button that says roll 1d6. Do you want to click that for me? And then we'll see what number you get. 2. Okay, you're fine. I'm just checking. Oh, actually, sorry. Yeah, you would have got a +1. So do you want to just roll 1 more d6 for me, please, Stacey, and then we'll see whether or not you get a 6 or not. Ah, so close. Okay, so only the 1 success, unfortunately. So that's enough to do it, but it will take a few hours for you guys to do it, to like work together to get it done. Cham, you can try and have a look at this pilot station. Like, you've assisted Rai with like as much engineering stuff as you can do. But Rai's the more like techie of the two of you. So if you wanted to try and have a look at the pilot station to see if you can repair that, while Rai's kind of like in the thick of doing like electronic wiring and stuff like that.
Sure, I'll head on over and have a look.
Cool. So yeah, so Rai, you've successfully done it. It's just going to take some time. So you'll basically be stuck on the bridge for a little bit.
Okay.
Just making sure like you can get these bits done. I think Reed as well will say that she'll stick with you. Just to like, if the others end up leaving, she'll stick with you just to make sure that you've got protection.
Well, she got the big gun.
Yeah, and again, you can ask her for the big gun if you want. Whether she'll give it to you is a different matter. But you can try. All right.
I will give you this axe.
I've got a sweet axe.
Right in the head.
Cool. So, Con. Okay, it's possible to open it. Okay, so you have 2 choices. I have a feeling I know which one you'd probably do. You have a choice of doing a heavy machinery roll to try and basically pop open all the panels and try and like basically find things to repair to get it to work again, or you can rip apart the so basically that's to get station 2 working, or you can rip out parts from station 2 and use them to fix station 1, because basically the power's still in 2 but 1 then is broken. So it's basically you can either do a heavy machinery roll or a Comtech roll. The Comtech roll, you do get a +2, though. So whatever your number is for Comtech, you get a +2, or you could just do a straight heavy machinery roll. I think heavy machinery is better for you, but you've got the option.
I have got a lot more in heavy machinery, I think. Because if I remember correctly, I've got the 5 from the strength and the 3 from heavy machinery.
Yeah, it's the 2 numbers added up. So it's whatever the base stat is, like strength, and then plus the other one, yeah.
Well, an X's better than 3, so.
Yeah, I mean that is true. I mean, Wilson, have you got anything in heavy machinery? Oh, Davis, you're here as well. Davis or Wilson, have either of you got any stats in heavy machinery?
I don't think I think Wilson's pretty weak. No, I have a 2 in strength and nothing in heavy
I have
machinery.
a 1 heavy machinery.
Oh, cool. So yeah, you can add an extra 1 then, Con. So
Okay.
if you want to give me a heavy machinery roll and just do 1 when it says any extra dice, and then we'll see what happens. Davis can kind of give you a hand while you... Oh, 2 successes. So you can do it quicker if you want to knock an hour off.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so Rise is going to take 4 hours. Yours is going to take 3 hours, so you will get done a little quicker than Rye will. So you guys are basically, essentially, doing the bits in like the bridge for now. Then, Davis, I know the others don't know, apart from I think Miller, but you have your recreational activity. You have to do that in this basically next 4 hours. Do you want to do it now, or do you want to save it a bit later and try and do other stuff? So you can try and slip away and do it if you want to.
I reckon we do it now.
Cool. All right. So what do you do then? How do you like slink away while like? Because basically, Cham and Raya currently got their heads stuck inside stations. Reed's.
I'm just
You go.
I'm just gonna nip to the loo, guys. I'll BRB.
Cool. So there is actually, I think this says WC, so there is a bathroom down here, so you could come down to here if you wanted.
I
far away
put
is it?
thought into these things. I take this serious.
Cool. So I need to
Actually.
I need to remember how this mechanic works.
I
Let me
think
have...
you get to the whole tunnel without incident.
Oh yeah, no, he's fine. I think he
I
slips.
got a shotgun.
I think he slips a bit on some dried blood, but apart from that, like, he's okay. So let me have a quick look how your thing works. So yeah, so basically if you don't do this, your stress level increases by 1. So your pill bottle you've currently got, this is like the last dosage you've got from your pill bottle. So after this, you're going to have to try and find some other drugs in the ship. You think possibly the med bay is a good place to look for that sort of shit?
I was just thinking that.
So maybe med bay is probably your next port of call. I mean, you guys were talking about going there anyway. You think maybe med bay is going to be your next port of call, but yeah. So you're okay. You don't have to increase your stress for now.
Excellent.
So you're all good. I don't know if would anybody
High as
like
a kite now.
would anybody like to pay attention to what anybody else in the bridge is doing currently, or you guys just
So
busy?
who's in there?
Well, so
Oh,
I'd say Ryan, Cham, you two can't because you're currently working on stuff, so you're distracted.
yeah.
Davis is obviously not there, so the only people really is Wilson. If you wanted to like try and observe what the others were doing, while like
I've kind of had my eye on Clayton since I left the
okay, do you want to make
fire
me
station.
a because something might have distracted you temporarily while you're trying to do that. So could you please make me? I don't know what the awareness thing is in this one is.
Observation.
Yes. So wits observation, please. You just click on observation. Woof. You can push it if you want to. You will gain a stress level though.
Yeah, that's fine. I've got no stress currently. I'll keep getting rid of it.
Okay, cool. Wow, 3 successes. What the fuck does that mean? Hold on.
Damn.
Damn, Stone, where'd you find this?
Wits observation.
Did that automatically give me a stress?
Yes. Pushing does, yeah. So,
Okay.
so that's why one of your dice is like yellowy orange now.
Sorry if you can hear Gooch.
Oh, it's alright, don't worry. Okay, so Kyle. So you notice that Clayton is slipping away. You can ask me 2 questions, and I will try to my best ability as somebody trying to keep the truth from you. We'll give you information. But what would you like to know? You can know the information. You can follow Clayton first and try and gain extra information, or you can get information now. It's whichever you'd prefer.
Can I tell what he was doing before he slipped away?
It's a she, but yes. Uh,
Oh, it's she.
it's
Everyone's a
confusing.
she on the ship.
So Clayton's a she, Reed's a she. Out of the other two members, Johns and Flynn are both guys.
So I can't see the names on my screen. I can only see the profiles,
Oh, can you not?
like the avatars. No,
Oh, let me fix that
I
quickly.
think they're on stream, but it's very small for me.
Hold on. Let me quickly try and fix that. That's weird. It should have nameplate visible.
Yeah, I don't see any names there.
Oh, here we go. Right, hold on. There's a tick box that I did not tick. Hopefully this should fix it.
Doing it.
Right. Can you now see their names?
Yes.
Excellent. Cool.
Yep.
I know Kyle's gone away for a second, so...
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I guess we can cut back to Wayne while all of this is happening. So, while we wait for Kyle to come back. So, Wayne, you are on D-Deck. What would you like to have a look? Well, let me explain to you what you see. Just let me quickly flick through my beautiful book. Okay, so vehicle bay, the garage. Most of the vehicle complement of the Cronus is missing. There are only 2 ATVs aboard and no RTVs. Both ATVs are lying on their side haphazardly. It's clear they weren't secured before takeoff, but you've managed to successfully park your Daisy between these 2 ATVs. Like, it is... If you were on a driving test, you would have aced it. It's the perfect parallel park. Looking up, you can see a catwalk and a loading crate above you, which is actually on Deck C. So Deck C and D are connected. It's basically like one big, cargo bay area. There's like a lower section and an upper section, so you can see that up above. And then you see that there are deep shadows cast everywhere. There's chain swinging, so you hear like ambient kind of rattling, as well as like drips from basically, because the life support systems are back on. There's like ventilation systems that are dripping because they've been frozen for years. This bay is the least affected area on the ship. It seems like it has the least destruction. It's incredibly dusty from disuse, and there's debris all over the ship. So you think whatever happened in here happened years ago, whenever the original, whatever evasive maneuvers the shit had to take, whatever evasive maneuvers the ship had to take, threw everything around. But after that, everything seems to just, this area hasn't been really touched since then. So there is the dispatch office, the equipment shed, and part storage. So where would you like to look around?
Okay, well, I'm going down on my hands and knees,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to hug the wall to the right. I'm going to crawl all the way down to the shed.
Cool.
The other way, sorry.
Oh, sorry, this way. Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry, not the thingy's right. Yep. Perfect.
And then I'm going to pop in the shed.
Okay, perfect. So, basically the shed's just full of tools. So, you think tools for maintenance for the vehicles and just like general utility tools. Do you want to have a look to see if there's anything especially useful in here?
Yeah, see if there's anything worth taking.
Cool. So, you only really find one thing. Where is it gone? I've clicked on the wrong thing. You only find one thing, really, and that's a maintenance jack, which for anybody that's played Alien Isolation, is pretty useful. It is basically a common tool used to open unpowered airlocks, divert power to or from electrical junction boxes, and it gives you a +1 if you do any heavy machinery rolls. And you can also use it as a melee weapon too if you want to.
Yeah, I'll grab that. I'll give it someone who's got good heavy machinery when I get back, when I meet up with everyone.
Cool. Yeah. So you feel like you can try and use this to force open doors as well.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's just like a good utility tool essentially. So let me quickly put the details in for you. That's anything I wish was slightly quicker in this. But luckily,
I'm not really doing anything else in here. I've took a wee in the corner
nice.
because I needed to go. And I
Is
don't
that what the
really
dripping
feel it
actually
is.
was then? It wasn't the wasn't the actual air conditioning units. It was you from
It's
earlier.
been a few hours and I've not had a chance to go.
I've just realised you've got a bunch of medkits on you as well
Yeah.
from somewhere. Oh, they were inside the room where the stasis room was. Cool. Do you want to do anything else while you're down here?
Yeah, we'll nip into. I'm going to walk backwards into vehicle parts storage.
Cool. Yeah. So you got your gun out. So you're just like
Yeah, you know, like turning.
yeah.
180 just back into, because I'm scared of an alien popping out.
Ken's just said full of tools, just like the rest of the ship. Then sick burn.
Damn.
But yeah, so like you're walking around with your pistol, like you don't have like formal arms training, like they do like basic courses for like Weyland-Yutani ships, just in case you get like hijacked by pirates or something like that. So you have like basic firearms training, but you're not like, you know,
I'm holding it sideways.
yeah, you're trying to do it gangster style. But yes, let me tell you what you see. So vehicle storage is literally just as boring as you would assume it would be. It's literally just like drive shafts, wheels, stuff like that. There are like chains in here for you to put on like wheels for like snow to like make like snow tires and stuff like that. But there's nothing like especially important inside this room.
I've wrapped a chain around my neck, but it's purely cosmetic. It's got no use.
Cool.
Just to look cool.
Nice.
Alright, into dispatch office.
Okay. Dispatch office is what you'd imagine it be. It's just basically a office. So this office has not been touched in forever. There's dust accumulating all over the desks. There's papers strewn about all over the desk. Do you want to have a look through like the papers, see if you see anything especially interesting?
Yeah, I'm going to read every single one.
Excellent. So you spend
4 hours about.
Yeah, you spend about 4 hours doing that. Basically what you find is you see checkout logs. So the planet they were on, which was the LV1113, these are basically dispatch logs for vehicles leaving the ship and entering the ship again. You notice that there are 6 ATVs and 4 like traditional vehicles, like cars but in space. You know, they're like a bit like a Cybertruck basically. So you see that there's 6 and 4, so 10 vehicles altogether that have been checked out, but they were never checked back in. But you do see that there's 2 quad bikes that have been hastily checked back in. Like the handwriting's like super rapidly scrawled. So you think basically whoever came back on those 2 ATVs, they were running from something. Like they got back here in a hurry because that's why they weren't strapped down. But yeah, all the other vehicles.
Well, time to fill in the form, though, so it can't be that bad.
Well, yeah, you'd like to think so. Although
I'm getting killed, but I still need to fill in this release form.
Protocol, isn't it, bruv? Well, also they could have also just shouted. It might not have been them filling it in. It might have been whoever was in the dispatch office filling it in, but then they've been told what was happening. Who knows? You weren't there, man. You weren't there. Would you like to do anything else? I can tell you the 4 airlocks on. So that's what these basically 4 bits here. All of the airlocks have been sabotaged, and they just don't work anymore. You think maybe if you spent like literally days trying to fix them, you could maybe get them to work again, but unfortunately it's cooked. And then the only other thing you see is there's a ramp, which is basically where you came in from. and you can basically see now, after you've basically scraped your way in, it's set off some sort of alert. That there's like no sound, but you just notice there's like flashing lights, but it's been behind you, so you've kind of not noticed it as you've walked away. But you've now noticed that like the garage doors, like the big doors at the front of the ship, are like starting to slowly close. You think it's basically like an emergency protocol because something's come into the ship while they're in space, which is unexpected. So the garage doors start to close, and you hear like a clunk. So and the doors at the front have locked in now, basically. There are 2 lifts you can use, but that's basically they're basically that's your way out of this particular area. There's no staircases.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's just basically there's 3 lifts. There's essentially a central lift in the middle, which is like that takes you up to the catwalk. There's that, and then there's 2 proper lifts either side. Although, do you want to have like an explorer of the lifts?
I'm just going to get everyone else to come get me.
You can do. You can ask, I
I
guess.
mean, I'm busy for a
I'll
bit.
observe the lifts, yeah. I'll check
Yeah,
them
so
out.
the lift on this left-hand side, you notice, is the same thing that Rye was looking at earlier. This is a lift that's got pancaked, and there's just scorch marks everywhere. There's like, looks like the fire's just erupted out of it, and it's just like basically scorched floor, scorched walls all around this lift.
Bad lift, bad lift.
The lift on the right-hand side seems to be operating perfectly fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, head to the one that looks like it's fine.
Excellent. So,
I'm moonwalking to the left. And grab a crotch just as I get that.
yeah. So you press the button, you press it again, and then you press it again, like Metal Gear Solid 2. Like Metal Gear Solid, the more you press the button, the quicker the lift comes. The lift comes down to you, and the doors open up, and you see that the inside of the lift is a fucking horror film. It's just buckshot holes, dried blood is just like scattered all over the walls. There's no bodies inside.
Okay.
There's no bodies inside, but you just feel like you have a feeling this probably has a connection to Joe, the guy that you saw all forever ago on Deck A that blew his head off. You feel like it's probably some connection to him, that possibly he's seen somebody in the lift, tried to shoot them, and probably successfully shot them. Although the body's not here anymore, which is especially weird. But the lift seems to be working fine. It's just got a couple bullet holes in it and some dried blood, but otherwise seems to be okay.
Okay. Is there any music playing?
Yeah, it's like really tacky, like 80s like lift music. It's like dun 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 dun.
I mean, that cheers things up, doesn't it?
Yeah. So where would you like to take the lift to? You can go to deck C.
I'm trying to beeline back to the team, so
So you're going back to deck B then. Excellent.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet up with everyone.
Okay, let me transition back to deck B. Okay, so Wayne, just so you're aware, you're not here just yet because you have to take the lift up, but
Yeah.
I'll uncover the next little area, and you'll be coming out here. That's essentially where you'll be when you come up. Okay, Senor Wilson. Have you decided on the questions you would like and all that jazz? Do you want to ask them now, or do you want to ask them later?
What was he doing before he left?
Yes. So
She.
it's alright. Don't worry. I'm fully ready at this point for it to get confusing, but it's all good. So yeah, Clayton's just been watching everyone in the room, like everyone that's not. Well, to be fair, she's been watching the people from her crew as well. But you get the impression that she's been waiting for an opportunity to leave. She's just kind of been scanning around, and it's not really until that both Cham and Rai are like have their heads stuck in like the pilot station and the sensor array that you kind of see her start to like slip away. And she starts to walk down to this room that is called the corporate suite. Would you like to follow her?
Yes.
Excellent. Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you trying to not be stealthy?
Yeah, I'll stealth it up. Make sure. I don't mind if she sees me, but I'll try and make sure she.
Trying to observe. Yeah. So can you make me please a agility mobility roll, if you could very kindly.
Would you kindly?
Yeah.
Pretty high.
Ooh. One success. We'll see if she can meet it. Because she will do... she's not really paying super attention, so I'm going to give her a minus on this. But we'll see if she can spot you. So wits observation. So we're going to give her a -2 on this one. Ah, she did get one success, though. You could push yours if you really wanted to stay hidden. It's the active player can push, so you could push if you wanted to, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll see her looking around and then try and duck down.
Holy shit.
Oh.
That's a good push. Okay.
Yeah.
What does one get with stealth? Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, well, you can't impress anyone because your whole point is that you're trying to be stealthy. So you can basically have it that if you're trying to stay hidden from somebody, you don't have to make a roll again because your success is so high. So the next time you need to stealth, it's automatic.
Okay, yeah, I'll just trail her and stay stealthy then.
Awesome, cool. Alrighty. So yes. Would you like any other questions right now, or do you want to wait until she gets closer?
I'll wait to see what she's doing.
Cool. Okay, so you see her. So the doorway to the actual suite itself isn't especially locked. Like, you see her swipe a key card on it first, and that basically makes like the frame around the door go from red to green. But you feel like it's like a one-time thing until she locks it again. And she makes her way into the suite. What would you like to do?
Just observe. Yeah, I guess peek around the door, see what I can see in there.
Yeah, so currently the door's still open because she
Would
hasn't...
there be like a place to hide in there? If I like duck in.
Let me have a look. Is there a place to hide? Let's have a look. So there is a bar in the corner of the room. It has been cleaved in two by something. But you can try and hide behind that if you wanted to, like sneak in behind the bar. I mean, you've done a great stealth check, so you don't have to roll again. So you can get in the room if you want to, basically.
Yeah, I feel weird about speaking to her if I need to. Just like duck off at some point.
You feel like it's better to be perving on her inside her bedroom, and then be like, "Oh, it's me." Whoops. Cool. So I'll tell you what you see. So this is Clayton's wardroom and quarters. This spacious area was at one point luxurious. The bed is soaked with blood. There's a couch with its cushions where there's stuffing all torn out of them, so the couch is like ripped to shreds and the cushions are ripped to shreds. And the furniture in the room has all been destroyed. And then you are currently hiding behind a bar that seems to have been cleaved by something. It's splintered and wrecked. There's a bunch of bottles that were stored here. There's only a few bottles that are still in one piece, scattered across the floor. So if you would like some... if you like some whiskey or something, you could pick up a bottle of whiskey if you would like. It's, some bottles of some of the finer stuff in life. Like one champagne and one whiskey. So if you would like a bottle of whiskey, you can take it if you want. Or a champagne.
If one looks particularly expensive, then I'll take a whiskey.
Yeah, I can't think... I haven't got enough brain capacity today to think of a cool name for it. But yes, you get like... I feel like it's a colonial whiskey, so it's like from one of the colonies. It's like a special blend from like one of the colonies. It's like not an Earth whiskey, so it's like exotic. Cool. So yeah, you see Clayton. She is currently like trying to look around the room and figure out what the hell's happened to her room. You feel like she's looking for something, but you're not entirely sure what.
Clayton.
I don't know what sort of thing I could be asking.
Well, it's up to you. You can ask her personality state, like what kind of state she's in. You can ask if you basically observe anything in the room, because you've got rolled incredibly high. You've basically
Oh, yeah.
you basically got an
Gonna be
extra question
listening.
for that.
But I'm just going to head off and sort out something very quickly. I am listening, so
Yeah, don't worry, come.
possibly be in spirit.
Don't worry, you've still got
Right.
3 hours of work, so you're good.
Yeah, what can I
Try-
see in the room
try
then? Is
wooing
it
her,
something
Kyle.
Fish might be looking for?
Okay, so so you see that there's a wall safe. She hasn't actually gone towards that yet, but there's a wall safe with a code panel on the wall. And then you notice that there's like a closet in the corner of the room, but it doesn't seem right. Like one of the doors is open and there's actually nothing inside the closet, which he thinks really weird. They're like the two main things you observe. And then you see that you see basically, you don't know exactly what she's looking for, but she's like checking drawers and stuff like that for something in particular. You just can't quite figure out what exactly it is she's after.
Oh, I get the sense that this was her room.
Yes. Yeah, this has Wayland and Yutani. This is basically like a Wayland and Yutani executive suite on the spaceship. Like, unlike you, who's basically been scrubbing it up with the paupers. Like, she's had like she's had a particular suite built into the ship. Do you just continue to observe?
Yeah, I'm gonna just wait behind the bar till either she leaves or sees me.
Excellent, cool. So you see what she's finally looking for, and she basically finds like a box on the floor, like a basically what a creeper. I know, just peering. It's like what was that Lonely Island song? Do the creep. You find there's a box on the floor that requires like a handprint recognition. And she puts a hand on it and opens up the box, and she pulls out a handgun. Don't know why she's looking for a handgun. Probably self-protection, I guess, from all the aliens and stuff. But she gets that and kind of like tucks it into like a jacket. And then like puts the box down and then starts to like make her way out of the room again.
Do I think that I will be locked in if she locks the door?
Yes.
Like, will my key work? Okay.
Your key's an override key for Mother. It's not for this particular suite. You feel like whatever key card she's using is like one particularly designed for her to like get in and out of the room.
Shit, I'm kind of trapped. Do I see any other way out?
You don't, unfortunately. But you could try like quietly radioing in one of like the other members of the team to see if like they can make a commotion or something. Or you can forward like say hello to her, say hi, I've been perving on you. It's up to you. Or you can try and throw something in the room. Like you've got broken bottles and stuff. You could try like rolling the bottle of champagne across the room or something, have it make a noise and try and slip away. Like there's always options.
I'm just gonna wait in there and
this
then
situation before you know how to get out of it. It's fine.
yeah, radio your mate who has the axe and he'll come and knock the door down.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna hang out in there then?
Yeah.
Okay. The creeper continues to creep. All right, so you're in there, and then Clayton starts to make their way, back into like this room. It's at this point, Wayne, that the lift finally dings, and you are back on B deck with the others. Where would you? I'd say at this point, Davis as well. While they've been swanning around, like you're back in the room now, as well. So pretty much everybody's in the bridge now, apart from Wilson and Miller.
I check the closet.
You can check the closet if you would like to.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a peek. See what's weird about it.
Okay, so yeah, so you go to the closet that doesn't appear to have any clothes in it, and then you notice that there's like light coming. There's like a crack in the middle of the closet. You notice that there's light coming out through it. You try and mess with the back of the closet.
Yeah.
Kyle's in the closet. So yeah, so you kind of like push on it, and it pops open, and you find that there is an escape pod on the other
Oh.
side of the ship. And unlike the other escape pods, you don't know this, but unlike the other escape pods that Davis has come across so far that have all been missing, this escape pod is still here. You feel like this is a personal escape pod for Clayton if shit gets real.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's key code locked, so you can't get into it.
Oh.
Okay.
Mm.
So I need to make friends with Clayton without her.
By the way, I've been perving on you. Do you want to escape? Do you want to escape together?
What else was in the room? Was there anything else dodgy, or she took the only other
I mean, you
thing?
can have a look around the room if you want to.
Yeah, I'll just keep.
Cool. So there's the wall safe. Again, has a code keypad, so you assume
yeah.
whatever's the same as the. It could be the same code, could be different code, but those two are both code locked. Yeah, there was the bar that's destroyed, but you've already got your bottle of whiskey. The only other thing you find is you find some drugs underneath the mattress. You find a pack of illegal stimulants that need to be injected into your eye.
Oh.
Yeah. It's ocular drugs, baby.
Oh god.
Davis is like, oh no,
Wow,
that's my future. So can you roll me a d6, please, Kyle?
Just a straight D6.
Like a D6.
Alright.
Ooh, so you have 6 doses.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's basically that's how many doses you have. So yeah, basically, you have a feeling Clayton's maybe been saving it for a rainy day to celebrate or something like that. But none of it's. Or she's had other stashes. But yeah, this particular.
weekend, isn't it, for these corporate lot?
Yeah. But yeah, this particular stash of drugs has not been cracked open yet. And that's everything that's inside the room apart from you.
Okay. We go make some eggs.
Nice. Okay, so you walk into the mess hall, Wayne. So as you walk into the mess hall, the place has been absolutely ransacked. Food stores were ravaged. It looks like a pack of rabid raccoons have been through here, or trash pandas. Most of the exposed food stores are rotten and covered in mold. Obviously, it's been 75 years. And then you notice something really fucking weird. On all of the tables in here, there's like 5 tables in this room. You notice that all of them have origami like animals made out of like foil. There's like cranes, there's elephants, there's like giraffes, and
Ridley Scott film, mate.
yeah,
I was gonna say Blade Runner, yeah.
yeah, well, exactly that as well. But yeah, there's just like loads of little origami animals like dotted all over these tables, and they're like everywhere. There's also mold all over the room, but you get the impression that it's not the egg sac ones. Like you don't see anything in particular that seems to be dangerous. You just think this room, because there's like food and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just like molded over the years. And it just looks like it's been ransacked. You feel like any like long dry goods that maybe have survived the years seem to have been opened up. There's like tins that have been like crushed open. So yeah, that's what you find inside the mess hall. Unfortunately, there's no eggs. Well, there are eggs, but they're centuries.
Eggs.
Yeah, they're mega pickled at this point. Yeah.
What are these two little boxes in the mess?
So one's an intercom and one's a computer interface. So you could use the intercom to like, basically send your voice to specific intercoms on the ship, or you can send an intercom message to all the intercoms on the ship. So say you were trying to find someone, like one of the NPCs, I guess, for example, because you guys have a radio link to one another, but you could like intercom across the ship.
Alright, I'll pop out.
Cool. Where would you like to go next?
Bed.
Yeah, perfect. So you don't find much inside these rooms. These are just basically crew quarters. So there's just basically like personal items, like family photos. There's like clothes and stuff like that, and then there's just bunks.
I'll
But
just have a half-hour keep in there.
cool. All right. So Officer Miller's just having the sleep. So cool. So does anybody else want to do anything before the 3-4 hours go?
How long did this all take me?
What, looking around the room?
Yeah, it's like following her and creeping. And...
So following her and creeping's probably taken I would say about 45 minutes. Like you were kind of like observing her, followed her, then she was looking around the room, then she left. I'd say maybe an hour actually, because then you were looking around the room for a bit. So yeah, so that's taken an hour. So Con's still got 2 hours left of work, and then Rye's still got 3 hours left of work. If you were to wait.
I don't want to just sit in the room for 3 hours. I'd like to try and get out.
Yeah, so you can try and make a Comtech roll on the panel to see if you can try and hack it to get it open.
Okay. And do we have just like an open team channel, or can we like chat to
particular
individuals?
people? So it's an open line, unfortunately. So if you do it, it'll go to everyone.
Even
But
the
only
people of the other. Just
not
the-
the Cronus
No,
crew.
not the Cronus crew, just your crew. And it's all like earpieces, so they can't hear it necessarily, unless you got it turned way up.
Okay. Well, I'll fiddle with the
thing
panel.
that
I can't-
opens doors, Kyle. Force
I have a
doors.
key that won't open this door. So yeah, I'm just gonna say to the whole crew then that
Guys,
this is hi, this is John Jay, and everyone's like, who? It's Wilson.
I'm not a pervert.
Listen, I kind of am a little bit stuck here. I followed the creepy lady, and I'm kind of locked in the room.
She stood right next to us, by the way.
Well,
I just need someone to sneak away who can cut this door open and get me out of here.
that thing I got from the tool shed, will that open the door? Mine.
You can give it a try, yeah.
I'll come and meet you, and then if one of you in there with good heavy machinery, who's not doing a task, who's that? They're both doing tasks.
Well, yeah, Davis is the only one that's free currently.
Okay.
I don't know what Davis's heavy machinery is in comparison. Let's have a look.
one.
So yeah, you have a 3. What do you have, Miller?
I mean, Davis, you need to ask.
Oh, actually,
Wade
to be
if
honest,
there's anything good that can give you if you open the door.
To be honest, Wade, your stats better.
Okay.
You have a straightforward. Danny has a 3.
Don't worry, guys. I've got this.
You get a +1 though, so you will. So it's so when you do the roll, so just do a straight strength roll and then do a +1. And you stress on top of that.
Strength.
Mhm.
+1.
Can you roll me a d6, please, Wayne? You are okay. Oh wait, no, you have 2 stress. You are not okay. Ugh. Right, what happens? Let's have a look.
I might have fucked this up. Sorry. Sorry, boss.
Okay. So your stress level and the stress level of all friendly player characters in short range of you increases by 1. So the good news is Miller's successfully opened the door, but both you and Miller's stress both goes up by 1.
I mean, that's fair.
Did you scream as you opened the door and gave him fucking heart?
I feel like what happened was like Wilson explains to Miller that they have to be quiet because this is like Clayton's personal room. And Miller's like, yeah, sure, no problem. And then Miller just like whacks the maintenance jack in and it's like proper yanking, and he's like, ah! And like Wilson's getting stressed out because he's like, shut up, you're gonna get us caught. And then
No,
Miller,
it wasn't. I knew you want a stealth mission.
and then Miller like can't get the door open, and like Miller gives it like one final yank, and then finally the thing pops open. So like you both stress out. Like Miller's like, oh shit, I can't actually get this door open, and Wilson's like, you're too loud. So you both gain a stress. But yes, the door is successfully open. You are all good, Mr. Wilson.
Wilson, anything good in the room?
I think fuck man, I was gonna get trapped in there, honestly, mate. Listen, this lady is a little bit dodgy. We need to keep an eye on her. I don't know what's going on this ship, but we have to be very careful around her.
What did she come in here for?
I think she might be armed. I don't know what her plan is,
Okay.
but they're all weirdly secretive. I don't know what they were doing. We have to be very
well,
careful.
let's keep our wits about us. Keep an eye on them. So how are you doing? You all right?
Yeah. Listen, her bar is stopped, right? We can just have a little drink while we wait for this job to.
That'd be
done?
nice. We've got like 2 hours before they finish.
We go in her room.
That's where the bar is, isn't it?
Well, yeah, the bar's a bit destroyed, but
I'm
there's a few bottles still.
I'm showing the whiskey that I've.
All right, sorry,
took out.
we're not meant to be in here, are we? Okay, let's just grab them. We'll go mess all.
Oh yeah.
Some drinking games.
Okay, and then I guess we just tell the crew that we met up and we just
Can you hear me
debrief
now?
or
I think I
whatever.
was on mute.
Oh.
Oh, have you been
yeah.
talking this whole time?
Not the whole time, but I did make a comment about like Danny materializing out of thin air because he sees there's like alcohol and potentially drugs in the room.
All right. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a future thing.
Well, excuse me.
Well, actually, Wilson, could you make me a retroactive observation roll? Just because you've been observing the crew for a while now. Sorry, wits observation, yeah. Just to see if you've noticed that Davis has been slinking away. What the fuck does what does two panics mean? I actually don't know. More panic. If you are suffering from panic effect, forced to make another panic roll.
I'll be our reading screens really quick.
Okay. If you roll one, oh, it's if you roll one or more. Okay. It doesn't affect anything getting 2, so you just need to roll a d6 for me, please.
D6.
And then we'll add 2 on. Add 3 onto that actually, because you're having a bad time of it, Kyle.
Also, Wilson, I've been thinking whilst we're having our drink. Have we seen any proof that these people actually work for Wayland, for the company?
I mean, they have a mother on board.
Mother.
I mean, yeah, this is obviously a company ship, but were they the original crew?
Well, no one asked for their IDs.
Yeah, all you know, Miller, is that they are wearing Wayland. They are wearing like Wayland Yutani uniforms. So if they are impersonating, they would have killed somebody, I guess, to get them.
I mean, there's evidence of death everywhere.
I was gonna say, or they were already dead.
Yeah.
They just.
But then it would seem weird for pirates to invade a ship and then go to sleep. Well, I say that as Miller sleeps in the bunk for half an hour.
Did Mother? I know Mother told us about that there was.
Oh no,
people
yeah,
on
did Mother
here.
say their names of the people? that were-
Yeah,
Well,
I mean they can
in
still
the
pretend their
cryogenic.
names.
No,
There were
she
pictures,
said
She mentioned Cooper, right?
yeah. So she mentioned Cooper particularly because Cooper's like a scientist, and you did see like you heard Flynn call Cooper. when he was kicking his corpse. So you know Cooper. So you know Cooper was definitely Cooper. The others, if they're in on a lie, they've been sticking to it for a while because you don't see them. You know, they don't seem to be breaking. Yeah, they seem like they all know each other. So you think if the computer specifically singled out Cooper, then you assume they should be, but you don't know for certain. I mean, you have a feeling. I mean, Wilson has a feeling, I assume, at this point that Clayton probably is Clayton, just because they went into the corporate suite and knew where to find stuff. Like they were looking for a box that they knew had something inside. But again, you don't necessarily know that Wilson does. It's whether or not he shares that info that she's now packing heat.
Oh, no, he told us. He told us he had a gun. He didn't tell us about the airline, their secret.
Oh, the escape pod, yeah.
He told us about the gun.
So good news, Kyle. You don't actually panic, so you're all good. So yeah, you've observed that Davis probably has got some sort of issue, whether it's alcohol or drugs, you can't tell. But you notice there's days where Davis is like looking incredibly pale and they kind of like sneak off. They say they go into the bathroom, but they go into the bathroom quite a lot in one day. On company time.
Yes, mate.
So yeah, whatever you want to do with that information, you can do as you're now packing drugs. But yes, so we'll just fast forward now because we are getting a bit on in time. So Rai, you are successfully able to get the sensor array working, and where is it? Here we go. You hear the sensor array kind of ping as if there's something out there. Because you're the one that's closest to it. I mean, John's is near the command station anyway, but you're the one that's closest to it. You're occasionally getting like sensor pings that are nearby ships there, but nothing seems to be coming up. Like you're getting the ping of a ship, but there's no actual blip on like the sensor radar to say it's there. And you look out the window and there's nothing out. I mean, it's very hard to see a spaceship in space anyway, but you have a look out the window and there's nothing there, so you think maybe it's like a meteor or something, or a comet maybe moving through space. Because you fixed it, so you know the sensors are working correctly, but you're just kind of hearing like an intermittent ping every now and again. But yeah. And then Con, you are successfully able to get the pilot station working. So you think if you are able to figure out what else is going on with the ship, so you haven't looked at like what's broken on the ship yet. That's like the next bit basically for you guys. But yeah, if you go to check that out, then you know you can at least fly the ship now. You just have to see whether or not like the engines are working and stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay, well we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, so you guys are getting there. Okie dokie. So, Wilson and Miller, do you guys rejoin the group with it once everything's kind of said and done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, perfect. So
We are. It's stabbed our face though.
So you kind of get together and you kind of have this realization, and the others do as well, that like the Montero's gone, it's exploded. The Cronus is pretty much your only way back home now. Like, you need to try and fly this ship back to, whether you go to Sutter's World or wherever you end up going. Like, this ship's kind of like your only way out of here now. So you need to try and get the ship fixed up. And John's basically comes over and is like, well, I've been looking at the kind of breakdown of the command station to see what's working and what's not working. There's two things we need to get fixed, really, before we can really get help. The comms array's down.
I'm back.
We need to try and fix that. It's the sensors are on the outside of the ship, though. It's not something we can do inside the ship. So somebody will have to go out and do a spacewalk to try and fix it. The other thing we need to do is get the engines back online as well. They also need to be fixed from outside the ship.
That's great, isn't it?
But once we get those two Oh, and they also need to have a look at the reactor room to see if that's all working correctly. So once we get those two things fixed, the ship can then start moving again.
Well, the engineers are going to be busy, aren't they?
Yeah, I was just thinking this. So fucking hell.
Have fun.
I was going to say, well, cheers for the heads up, Johns. Off you go.
Yeah.
Also, is John's John's Tram's brother?
I don't know. Is he?
Well, they look alike.
Brother from another mother, I think.
Yeah.
More so. Cool. So you guys, like I said, you guys can pilot the ship. The normal sensors are working, just not the comms array. So you guys feel like you're in a better position than you were. You know the air's working. If you guys hadn't have fixed the air, that would have been the next thing he would have said. We need to try and get the air working, but you guys had already fixed that. So you're all good on that front. So yeah, it's at this point Flynn's like, well, still need to go to the med lab to try and get some supplies. So does anybody want to join me for that?
Oh yeah.
And he
Forgot about
basically
that.
offers it up to the floor to see if anybody wants to come with him to the med lab.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right, so we got Miller team med lab, Flynn
Med
team med
lab? You would think what's his
Oh,
name?
I'd like to be run to the med lab.
lab.
Would you now?
Not meth lab, Danny.
And then don't we need like an engineers party to go do some shit then?
Well, they need to do that eventually, but
Alright.
it's whether or not you want to split up for that. You probably want to travel around in the group because you haven't really been in the depths of this ship. Like you've been on like deck D, Wayne, but it seemed like it hasn't really been touched by anything. But yes.
Did any of us ask what he like found or like what he saw down there?
No,
Would
no,
lift be
not thus far.
You didn't find much, did you?
Just the lift was a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you explain,
messy
Wayne?
lift.
Everything you saw.
And there's a load of junk down there. There was some hastily brought back in vehicles, and missing a lot of vehicles as well. But yeah, nothing that exciting.
Cool. So yeah, it's up to you guys. Do you?
I had a
Like-
wee in the corner. One of the rooms.
That is true. Yeah, that did happen. While we have Team Med Lab, does anybody want to? There's a science lab as well. Do you guys want to explore that part, or if you guys want to go down to Deck C to kind of get a start on that, so you can kind of like be ahead of the game? It's up to you guys.
What's the deck C? Sorry, I missed that.
I was just saying you could go to Deck C if you wanted to kind of get a head start
Oh,
on that,
just have a
because
Like while they're at the med lab?
yeah, or
There's
or you-
five of you.
or you can have a
Can
look
we
at the or you can have a look at the science lab on this floor. Like you guys can do science lab while they do med lab.
Let's do science lab.
So yeah, so just to tell you what Deck C is. So Deck C is where the reactor room is. So that was one of the things you guys had to do, was have a look at the reactor room. So that's down there, and then there's cargo bays, like actual cargo bays with stuff in them, and just various other like storage rooms. So it's basically the engine room and storage rooms are down there.
There's still loads of stuff to do on this floor, though, isn't there? All this stuff.
Oh,
I think we should. I vote for we go to the science lab.
cool. Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
Clayton's gonna hang back. Like she's gonna be. Where is the door for
Being
the science lab?
suspicious wherever she's at.
So yeah, so Clayton's gonna. I can't. It's awkward to put people on the map 'cause it's not correlated like square to square. But Clayton's gonna be in this corridor for the science sector. John's will come with you guys into the science lab, like whichever one you go to. Con, are you team med lab or team science?
I'll
That's
go
cute.
science.
It's cute that you think he's got a choice.
Reed will go wherever there aren't as many guns, so Reed will go science lab, and then your team science. Cool. All right. So yeah, so team medic is Miller, Davis, and Flynn, and then well, actually I'll have Reed go because that'll be 4 and 5. That makes more sense. So yeah, Reed will go with team medic. Cool. All right. So I will tell you what you see. So it is on the next page. There we go. All right, so we'll go med lab first. So within this room are two older gen Pauling med pods. So basically, they are basically it's like a tube, a bit like the cryopod, but it's like a medical pod to like try and help with any issues. Like if you need surgery or something like that, they'll put you in the med pod, and then it'll like do, you know, like an appendix or something like that. One has its plexiglass tube splintered and shattered as if somebody broke out of it. The other is sealed and lit from within, but the entire inner surface of the plexiglass is covered in thick, dried blood. There is a row of large specimen jars. Floating within two of them are two small alien creatures, and it looks like the blood burster you guys killed. It's like that, but slightly smaller, like back when it was still like skull-sized. And they're floating inside jars. On a far shelf is a smaller specimen jar without liquid containing the same fungal nodes that can be found in various areas of the ship. So basically there's like a jar that doesn't have liquid, but like as you walk up to it and you look inside it, you notice it's got like little baby versions of like the egg sacs. So you think probably not a good idea to mess with that right now. And then on the desk is an open metallic urn. 4 organic-looking glass vials are inside the urn. 3 of those are intact, with some kind of black liquid within them, while the 4th one is cracked open and is empty. So what would you guys like to look at inside this room? You have a few choices. You've got the vials. You can have a look around the room. You've got the blood bursters. You've got the med pods. You've got drugs, probably, Danny. So is there anything anybody would like to have a look for?
It all sounds disgusting. I'm not touching or looking at it.
I
The doctor, if he wants to take his samples, let him have them.
maybe we should get rid of the little aliens first. In the jars.
So yes, you want to have a look at them. Okay. So the 2 blood bursters inside the jars are dead. So you notice that like as you kind of walk up to them, like you like bash, you like knock on like the glass, which is probably a terrible idea. But you knock on the glass to see if like they're still moving inside, but they just seem to be both floating.
Okay. Right, I'm gonna take a look inside the urn.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so basically there is there's 4 basically or which urn do you look at, the one without liquid or the one with liquid?
The one without liquid.
Okay, yeah. So you stick your head basically down the
Why are
urn.
you doing this, Daddy? What are you doing?
So yeah,
Drugs.
you look down inside the you look down inside like the jar, and yeah, you just see like mini versions of like the egg sacs that Cham described that were on the air filters. You have been told by Flynn and the others to like not mess with them, like if you see them, because they release
Or
those
even
like
then.
little notes. But yeah, that's what's inside the jar.
Okay, I'll leave that urn alone, then I'll go and check out the other one.
Cool. Yeah. So the other one has, like I said, it's got 3 vials inside that are like still in one piece. Do you want to have a look at them, or are you just gonna leave them where they are?
I think I'm gonna take a look at them.
Cool. Yeah. So as you kind of get close to them,
Martin said that. Well, okay. Good job. Okay.
yeah. So as you get close to them and like look at them, you notice that like they're currently like they're in like a storage thing that's kind of like keeping them cool. So you notice that like kind of like the liquid's not like liquid seems to be running slower inside the things as it's cold. Like as it's like moving around inside the vial, it seems to be moving a little slower because it's cold. And then Flynn says, "Ha, yeah, I probably wouldn't mess around with that too much, like the loose vials. You're probably better off to pick up an urn if you wanna take one with you." And like Flynn's then like moving around to like the back of the room where there's like an urn like a sealed urn that he's trying to like put inside like a bag to like take with him.
Yeah, let's get these sealed away in a solid urn.
Cool. Yeah. So you want to pick up? Do you want to pick up one of the like the closed urns then, like Flynn's doing?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah.
Cool. He's just taking these ancient relics.
I mean, I feel like that's a
He came.
That was our whole mission. Like.
Yeah. Well, Flynn, that's part of your thing is to try and recover research and stuff like that. So it is in your
it's a free for all.
MO. Well, I think the expectation is you then hand them over to Wayland and Yutani. I mean, that's up to Davis, I guess. But yeah, cool. So you put like the urn inside like a duffel bag kind of thing, ready to carry with you. Flynn then there's like a desk on like the far side of like the room, and Flynn basically goes there and picks up a like a medkit case. But when he flicks it open, it's got 6 syringes full of like the cure. That well, obviously Wayne's already taken, Miller's already taken one, but there's 6 more vials of like the cure. And Flynn's like, "Yeah, whenever you want to inject yourself, this box has them in. Don't know if anybody wants to take the cures with them or take them now. It's up to you guys. Or you can just take the case with you for now if you want.
We'll just take the case with us for now.
Cool.
There's no point using it until we have to.
All right.
Well, you won't know.
Be too late.
That's
too late.
true.
Yeah, well, that's yeah. So what's life without a better risk?
See what happens to you first, Wayne.
Yeah, just grab those samples of.
I don't want to inject unknown
Hold them
substances
in,
in my
put them in
body
a
until I'm
rucksack
sure
and
they're
don't
safe.
bother taking the vaccine.
If your face doesn't explode, then we'll know they're safe. Then.
Well, I'm fine. I'm vaccinated. The other one is carrying the the disease with you in a
Yeah, but I mean, it could be
and then not taking the vaccine.
You could be a late bloomer for all we know.
Oh, my music stopped again. I've just realised.
Okay,
it's because it keeps pausing YouTube. I'm just not real. I'm so invested in you guys that I keep forgetting. So yeah. So Miller, do you want to do any exploring in the room, or are you just happy and content?
No, I've come here for the doctor to get started things. He's got what he needs.
Excellent, cool. And then what about
Pilot's going off script, grabbing things? Don't know what he's doing. Grabbing dangerous things. I don't want anything. I don't want anything to do with it.
Danny? Are you looking for drugs as well? Is the question.
Maybe we wouldn't mind doing a wee search.
Okay. Can you roll me 1d6 3 times, please?
I thought my PC was going haywire then. It's the music.
Yeah. Okay, so you have 4 doses of Never Sleep pills, 3 doses of hydration, and 6 doses of Naproleve.
Excellent.
And I can tell you what all of those do if you give me 2 seconds. Where's my drug page? Here we go. So Never Sleep pills, fast-acting supplement that keeps you going well past your bedtime. Excessive use can cause strokes or heart attacks. Each dose increases your stress level 1 step, but removes the need to sleep for a day. So basically, if you guys need to sleep at some point, then you can use that to not have to do it, but you do gain a level of stress. Hydration is an electrolyte solution that counteracts dehydration effects of hypersleep. Hydration is one of the few pharmaceuticals of the space age with no side effects. So basically, you can use that to essentially supplement water. So if you want to just have like a G fuel, basically, like Ken said, then you can fuel up the gamers. And then Naproleve is an injectable instant pain reliever for all strain, stresses, and irritations. So basically, it reduces stress level to 0, but a overdose of Neem Relief can have an intoxicating effect. So you feel like, Danny, of all the drugs you've picked up, the Neem Relief, which is handily the one that you have 6 doses of, is the one that will get you high. Because it's a beautiful, beautiful painkiller. Also, kids, don't do drugs.
Do I know what the
Important
stims
message.
that I have are?
Yours is basically recreational drugs. Yours are just straight up fun time drugs.
Do you think Kyle could manipulate Danny with his drugs? Like, hey, do this for me.
Well, I feel like he could have if Danny hadn't have found some drugs himself.
I feel like Danny would still like them, you know?
Fair enough.
So you guys ready to rock and roll then out of the room?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Okay, where are we? Here we go. So, Reed's like leading the way out of the med lab to basically head you guys back. Then it's Miller, and then it's Davis, and then Flynn's the last one to come through. And then Flynn just stops all of a sudden inside the med lab. And then Reed's like, "You coming, Flynn, or what?" And Flynn's just kind of like really quiet. It's like not saying anything.
Is he pregnant?
He is not.
Miller, get your gun ready.
But you see him start to bleed from his eyes slightly. And then all of a sudden he darts away. He goes from the med lab and goes into like the med pod room. He just like sprints off, and Reed's like, "Wait, Flynn, what the hell are you doing? Come back here." And you basically don't see this, but you start to hear like Flynn like screaming in like the next room. Does anybody want to follow him to see what the hell's going on? I mean, Reed will follow him, but does anybody else want to follow him?
Yeah.
I've got my guns. I could quite happily walk
Not
away.
it.
That's
I'm
pretty-
gonna say the 2 people that would not give a single shit. I just want to leave.
Well, if Miller wants to go, I'll go. But...
Okay,
Oh,
so
hello?
you so you see Flynn like hiding behind. You come back and you see Flynn like hiding behind like one of the med pods, and then you start to hear like a cracking noise. And what you see is Flynn's limbs start to like extend out from his body.
Ew.
Like his arms start to get longer, his legs start to get longer, and his body hunches over. And you see that he starts to turn into something that looks incredibly familiar to the guy that was missing a head.
Oh.
Earlier on the ship. And let me get you. Hold on, I need to double check which version this is. So, stage 2, which is what? I need to check what horrible baddie you guys are facing. So stage 2. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, so it's that one then. Give me 2 seconds. And to do stuff behind the scenes. Okay, so... Oh wait, hold on. Done this wrong. I've got a separate thing, especially for this. Here we go. This is what I needed. So, uno momento. Oh, I got happy music. I feel like this isn't right for the particular thing we're about to do.
Damn, that shit's about to get fucked up.
Having withdrawal.
Mhm. Yeah, he is.
Okay, goodbye, Flynn. Hello, mutant Flynn.
What was Flynn's thing before?
Sorry,
It was
What?
Like,
the
what
medic.
was his? He was a medic. Okay.
he was a medic, yeah.
Wasn't a very good one.
Okay, so here we go. Something is wrong. This is what's happening to Flynn. Something is wrong. Your skin itches and hurts. Red blotches appear first on your hands, then your arms, then the rest of your body. And a crippling headache sets in. Feels like your head is changing shape. Finally, it fades, giving way to the growing urge to kill. Your fellow crew members are no longer your friends. They are your prey. You must kill all humans with your bare hands. So Flynn has, like I said, is feel like his head's like starting to change shape slightly and his limbs are starting to elongate. And you have mutant Flynn in front of you. What would you like to do?
Where is he?
Well, you guys don't see him. He's in front of Reed, Miller, and Davis.
Oh, I thought that we was going to have a picture of him.
Oh, no, it's the same thing, unfortunately. Okay.
Reed, can you
I haven't
please
got
shoot
any
this
hands
thing?
up. Hold on. Abomination, infected. Hold on. Is there any... trying to think if there's a way I can get this to appear. Oh, there we go. I'll just resize this so it's massive. So that's what you see. That's kind of what he's starting to look like his hair's starting to fall out.
Damn.
Oh,
Sexy.
handsome.
Yeah. And I'll...
So don't think that's visible on the stream.
Yeah, I've just clicked across now so you can
Oh,
see it.
okay.
Yeah, that's the horrific monstrosity that is seen. So yeah, let me just delete that again. I just use the pictures so I know I can track a bit easier. But yes. Davis and Miller, can you please both roll me a d6 and we'll figure out who's going where.
Well, let's get Reed to shoot it.
Well, you have initiation. You have initiative, my friend. He might go before you do, and probably he will. To be honest, after that roll.
Yeah. Oh.
Stanley needs to roll.
Sorry. Yes. Oh, Danny's already rolled, I think.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't mind.
So yeah, so it goes mutant first. How does... So he doesn't have any particular special effects by the looks of it. So, no. So he just does a good old-fashioned attack.
gonna die.
We're both gonna die.
It's fine.
Everyone's gonna die.
He barely has any health, it's all good.
Nice.
So let me have a quick look at what... Did normal Flynn have anything on him? Oh, yes, he did. He has a surgical knife.
Normal.
Ah.
Hold on, so let me copy this across to Mutant Flynn. Because he's still kind of somewhat...
Sentient.
Yeah, like he's acting like a wild animal, but he's still kind of got something going on in his brain, so he can still use implements and weapons and stuff like that. Okay, so Flynn is gonna roll. Gonna try and attack Reed. Nah, the roll's not working, unfortunately, but that's fine. So we'll do a... So we'll just do a straight strength roll. Okay, so one success. So Reed is going to take... I forget what these mean. What's that? So it's damage. Yes. So Reed's going to take 2 damage. That is a savage slash from the surgical knife. But it is... Danny, do you want to go first, or do you want Reed to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, cool. So could you please for me... I don't know why it wasn't working on the other one, but so I'm just gonna quickly test something just to see if it works. So they should automatically roll in theory. Oh, it does for that one. Okay, never mind. I've rolled your shotgun for you by accident. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's interesting. The Mutant Flynn's not... Oh, no, Mutant Flynn is there, sorry. It's just updated now. Cool. So, yeah, Danny, can you roll 1d6 for me, please? Oh, that's not good. So it's that plus 1, which is 7. What does 7 do again? Oh, okay, so your stress level and Wayne's stress level go up by 1, and so does Reed's. So I will increase Reed's now. So yeah, just pop your stress level up by 1.
I'm up to 3 now.
You can lower it at the end of this act, though, at least. And this will be the final bit of the stream, by the way, don't worry. But the good news is, you do 3 damage with that. So, and Flynn hasn't got any armor, so Flynn is down to 2 HP.
Oh, Miller, finish him off.
So he's looking fucked up. So now it's Reed's turn. So
Go on, Reed, finish him off.
So Reed's gonna try and do the same thing
He's
you...
got a badass gun.
Do you know what? Reed's gonna try and use the storm rifle.
Oh,
Since she
yes.
has it. So Reed's just gonna scream, because obviously it's tradition for a Marine to do this, but Reed's just gonna shout, "That's rock!" and just fucking starts blasting him, like fully auto with the storm rifle. That's a success, and that's enough to get him. So yeah, so Reed just basically screams. Oh, but Reed panics as well. Lol. All right, see what happens here.
For fuck's sake.
Okay,
Reed.
Reed's fine. So yeah, so Reed just screams, "That's rock!" and just absolutely rinses him with this pulse rifle. And Flynn, basically, Mutant Flynn just gets like pinned to the wall as he's getting like absolutely fucking riddled with bullets. And then just collapses to the floor. And there we go, that is that. So yeah, let me switch some music up. Let's do a bit of this. What was that noise? Yeah, you guys hear this, by the way. Like, you guys, we'll resolve what happens in the science room next time with you guys.
Yeah, sounds
But
good
you-
to me. I'm fading.
Yeah, don't worry. But you basically hear, like, you hear Reed just shout, "Flynn, what's up?" And then you hear Flynn kind of screaming a bit, and then you hear, like, the others kind of, like, scuffle. Like, you hear their feet scuffle as they chase after Flynn. And then you hear a shotgun blast, so you think that Davis has finally utilized their shotgun. And then you hear Reed just scream, "Let's rock," and you just hear, like, an absolute horrendous, like, rattling off of, like, gunfire. Like, machine gun fire. And yeah, Mutant Flynn has collapsed on the floor. And Reed just says, "What the fuck was that? What the hell happened to Flynn? That's different from what happened to the others. Why the fuck did that happen?"
The others.
Well, yeah, she means, you know, like Cooper. And, yes, then, I'll tell you what you guys see as you, walk into this room. So, as you guys, at the same time, like, walk into the science lab, it's kind of all of this is going on, the lights in the room are flickering, and you have the stench of decay in the room. and then you look into the middle of Science Room 1, which is this Science Lab 1, which is this one down here. And there's just a pile of gnawed bones in the middle of the room. And the main lab has like a decontamination area like connected to it. And there's like an examination table. And you see like a metal urn that's through like the Science Lab 2. Like you see like a metal urn that's under like a hood, basically like a hood. But yeah, you just see like a pile of bones inside Science Lab 1, like that have been gnawed on. And it's at this moment that you hear like a screeching noise. I can't do it because Discord hates it. But you hear like a screeching noise, like almost coming through like the vents, the air vents of the ship. And that, my friends, is where we will leave it this time.
Sounds good.
Good job, everyone.
Yeah, a lot to unpack next episode.
Yeah, you guys managed to successfully not get blown up, so GG. There was a high chance that Wayne would have got blown up, so good job.
Davis, I'm not happy that you're carrying those samples around with you.
So
Yeah.
so I told you guys last time that I had an NPC because I only had 4 people, not 5. I had an NPC that I was running Rye, and Rye was left on the ship to like look after the ship when the detonation thing happens. So the detonation thing would have happened anyway, I will tell you. It's just Wayne sped it up by being on the ship.
Okay.
But the detonation would have come through anyway. You could have spoke to Mother to find out why it was happening. But you decided not to do that for the sake of time, which is fair. But Rye basically tried to save some of Joe. You guys were transporting the gas. That was like in like tubes and stuff like that. My Rye basically tried to put the tubes on the Daisy and then tried to ride the Daisy into the ship the same way Wayne did. But they failed their piloting check and exploded in D-Deck. Like, they tried to do the same thing as Wayne and drift into D-Deck and blew up with, like, all the gas. So, Rye met their untimely end. Oh, Rye's safe, though.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's safe in this game, as evident by the fact that 2 NPCs are dead. But yeah.
Well, they would quit turning into alien. I feel like we should just kill all of them, right? They're all gonna mutate.
Well, one's head
Probably.
exploded. One's head exploded and one mutated. So yeah.
Whatever.
Who
You know what I
knows?
mean.
Who knows what the hell's going on?
Maybe Wilson would be happy. Well, maybe you'll join us actually. Maybe
Fridays
you
first.
sus about him anyway. So
One of us. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope you had a nice time again. Thanks, Nix, again for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have you hanging around with us while we do this. Did they turn into functionally different creatures then? Yes. So one was an alien that popped out of people's brains, Ken. And then the other one was somebody transforming into something else. So you now know that there is 2 separate creatures potentially on this ship. And everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything will be perfectly good. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining me. We'll be doing this again in 2 weeks' time. Hopefully, if timelines all work out, we'll have to figure it out. But then we will do Act 3.
So that was the end of Act 2.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Well,
There's only 3 acts, right?
yeah. Technically, there's a little bit extra, but I'll just tack it on the start of Act 3. There's one extra thing basically that's
let's
part of.
potter about, can't we, next week on this floor for a bit?
I mean, don't worry, Wayne. You'll run out of time very quickly. Don't you worry about
okay,
that.
so it happens. Okay, we need to
Like-
move.
Well, it's just like there's stuff happens regardless of how quick you move. For example, like the self-destruct thing. Like the timer was going down, so if you guys spent like 10 minutes discussing how to do it, then it just would have exploded.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's always stuff going on. Well, you heard a scream as well, so you don't know what that was.
I mean, there's always time for eggs and a little nap
Yeah,
and a wee in a corner.
exactly. But you guys are all on the ship now, which is all good. You guys have mostly cleared out Deck B as well, so really it's Deck C is the only deck you haven't properly explored, and then obviously then you need to go on the outside of the ship potentially to fix it. So
Is there still more to look at in the science lab? The science section?
yes,
Yeah, we haven't
yeah,
been there yet.
that's where we'll start basically next time, is science lab, and then there's a bit at the end of Act 2 that I need to tack on to the start of Act 3, and
Do
then
we even want to mess with the reactor core?
yeah, that's one of the things you have to do. Which good luck.
Okay.
That's gonna be fun, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong will happen. I'm sure Cham will get sent out into the sent out into the wild again. So the joys of being an engineer in space.
Oh,
It's like you can fix this. But
bad
yes,
enough on Earth.
so I'll end the stream there. So again, thanks for joining us, Nix. I was going to ask about the birthing mutation physiology, but I wasn't sure if that would spoil things for later. No, yeah, we're okay now. They're aware of the two things, so they're the two things that can happen. But yeah, so I'll see you guys again soon on stream, and thank you very much for joining us all, and take care and goodbye.
Bye.